Once again, thanks for tuning in. You're listening to World Combat Sports. What's good? UFC 260 Fight Night is on deck. First and foremost, thank you to all the supporters out there that rock with WCS, Combat Sports Media. Like, share, and subscribe. If you choose to donate, you know what it is. The Cash App up there, WCS Sports. You know what I'm saying? Check me out. Today is it's a light card. A legacy fight in the main event that means a lot. Real talk, it means a lot. Salute to everyone that's in. You know, we are definitely going to be tuned in to this fight card. It's pretty much, you know, one fight is just ended. We on to the next, but it's a very big deal, to be honest, because Stipe Miocic can pretty much seal up his legacy. You know, he's pretty much did that. You know what I'm saying? He's defeated some of the big names, and he was able to return and avenge his loss against Daniel Cormier twice. He won the rematch and the trilogy. He's defeated Francis Ngannou already in their previous bout, and therefore he has some solid names on his resume. He has the Andre Arlovski. He has the Alistair Overeems. He has the Junior Dos Santos. You know, he has some big names on his resume, and he's came quite a while. You know, he's came up, and now the fact that he shut DC down and stopped them twice in their trilogy, now they put Francis Ngannou back into the picture. The reason why they're doing that is Francis has been on like a little win streak. You know, he defeated Curtis Blade, some common opponents, Alistair Overeem, Junior Dos Santos, who overly committed on that overhand right, and he was finished by Francis Ngannou. And then you look at Jordinho Rosenstruck, who was another power hitter that was on the move up. You know, they was making noise about this cat, so they put him in there. Two black fighters, strong, power. They put him in there together to decide, you know, what it's going to be, who's better than who. And Francis Ngannou stopped this dude in like 40 seconds. Dude was just actually, you know, shook. Like, he was totally shook, I guess, when he finally stepped in there with Ngannou and, you know, saw his stature and everything. I don't know. He probably just, I don't know. He had a lapse in confidence, because all he did was back straight up. Ngannou landed maybe about one or two shots as he hit the fence, landed a couple of shots while he was down, and the referee stopped it. It was over. So that right there, the winning streak, brings us back to tonight. He's up against the fireman again, as Teddy Atlas said to Michael Moore. We got to be firemen. You know, hey, tonight, Francis Ngannou is definitely going to have to be the Inferno. He's going to have to overwhelm Stipe Miocic. And from the vibe that I'm getting, what's up, Terrence? What's good? I don't have that. I can't do it right now. I don't have that format set up just yet. You know. Yeah, he lost to Derek Lewis in one of the most boringest fights in UFC history. He did, indeed. He lost to Derek Lewis. I mean, once again, they put two black fighters in there that had that power. They tried with Derek Lewis and Ngannou, because Derek Lewis is arguably one of the hardest punchers in mixed martial arts. They put him in there, and Francis Ngannou was scared. Francis Ngannou was afraid to get knocked the fuck out, right? So it ended up being like a posturing match. Very boring to the crowd. And then, that passed by. Both of the fighters was embarrassed. And then it comes up to almost the same thing that happened with Rosenstruck. Rosenstruck steps in there with Ngannou, and he's the one that's afraid and lose confidence and then perform accordingly. So, tonight, from what I'm gathering, the vibe is that it seems like Francis them going to try to pretty much work on some takedowns in between the fight. It's 5 rounds, 5 minutes apiece. So I'm getting a feeling that they're going to attempt to put Stipe on his back and see if they're able to inflict some damage. You know what I'm saying? Break him down, degrade, fatigue him out. Also in the process of trying to get these takedowns, it's tiresome doing it. If you don't get a takedown right away and you have to fight and hold that position over and over again while your opponent in opposition is defending the takedown and also landing strikes from the top position, whatever the case may be, it takes energy away also. What's going on, Alexander in the building? What's good? I think if Stipe stays in close and using real boxing combinations, he can get Francis out quickly. They pretty much did that the first time around. I mean, you stand close on Francis. How many times has Francis been knocked out? You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at the shots that he landed on DC. He didn't knock DC out like that. He had to go to the body. He had to let the knockout come to him. He had to break DC down. You don't really want to be on the inside with a power striker, especially in the first two rounds. You don't want to be in close with Francis Ngannou. If you Stipe's been knocked out by Daniel Cormier, bro. He's been knocked out by DC, who's not even a power puncher. And that's coming out the clinch. So you definitely don't want to be seriously in close for a long period of time trying to be around all that damn strength, Francis Ngannou, because he's strong. Be around all that strength and basically jockeying for position, trying to hold the fighter up against the cage. I mean, that fatigues both fighters right there. Some people just say, well, they just standing there. Well, you can get relaxed. A fighter can tell if their opposition is relaxed up against the cage. And then if they have that fighter explode and you're not really prepared for that explosion, whether it be an elbow, you know what I'm saying? Usually if you chest to chest, you can't really, have enough room or create enough space to throw a knee. So either it has to be a punch or elbow over the top. I wouldn't suggest that game plan tonight. Standing close early, maybe third round or so. It's according to what he's able to do. Maybe the third round. Let's see how Francis Ngannou's cardio is. But Stipe's been knocked out before. We know that. So I'll be very cautious with having that game plan. Stipe won't be successful with takedowns. I never said Stipe would be successful with takedowns. I said I think Francis Ngannou is going to basically apply takedowns. That's what I said. What's going on, Alexander in the building? What up, WCS? What's good with you? Francis has poor defense, horrible stamina. Chin is always up. He's too wild and predictable. I agree with that. I agree. He's strong as shit. He has time in the sport, so to speak. He has some time on the clock. Stipe Miocic basically said that he'll be champion when he retire. Francis will become champion when he's out of the sport. Pretty much saying he's not going to beat him while he's still active in the sport. We'll see. Inside is the best place to be when dealing with a long, wild striker like Francis. Francis has no inside game. He doesn't have power, kicking knowledge, and he can't knee or kick. I totally understand where you're coming from as far as range. This isn't boxing. And also, we can understand one thing. If Francis has striking ability, as John Jones does, then I would pretty much check the box and agree with you. But Francis Ngannou doesn't have that striking dynamic that allows somebody to be very cautious about standing on the outside. Now, if he was able to land, some solid kicks consistently to break down, which I think they're going to try that with Stipe tonight. They're going to try to land some of them low calf kicks, kick to the thighs, and try to slow him down. I think the takedowns and also implementing more kicks, they're going to attempt to switch it up a little bit. But with Francis Ngannou staying on the outside with Francis, that's exactly what Stipe did damn near the first fight. He slipped beneath them power punches. He forced Francis Ngannou to overly commit, slipped underneath him, let him use up that energy. Francis was missing, and then he started to get in close. He get him comfortable for loading up on those shots, and once he overly commit, then he can change levels and get in on his hips. But that's a solid. I mean, I like your input though. Appreciate it. Tyron Woodley versus, the main card, the PPV should be on deck soon. But I don't know what you mean. Is the fight over? I really don't know. All respect, I just don't know what you mean. Is what fight over? I mean, it's several fights on the card. I don't know what fight you're talking about. You talking about the thumbnail? That won't, main event won't be on deck for quite some time. Answer your question. Francis won't be successful with takedowns. He got to try. Francis got to try. He have to try something different, because if you think they didn't watch the DC 2, DC Stipe 2, DC Stipe 3, how well Stipe was able to box, Golden Gloves champion. You think they didn't freaking watch that reel and spin that shit? Francis don't have the boxing skills of Stipe, but he can possibly catch him. All it takes is one shot, just like Daniel Cormier called him in the first one. Stipe can box. He has those hands. So if Francis somehow, some way can get in to land those punches, that's the question, because the first time he was loading up on those punches, come on, he was loading up on those heavy hands too. He know they can't really practice on boxing like that, and as big as he is, and expect him to be fluent. Francis Ngannou haven't even been in the sport of mixed martial arts that long. You know what I'm saying? He's a fast tracker. So with fast tracking, he's still learning on the job. He's knocking motherfuckers out. The right ones. Let's be clear. The right ones, Alistair Overeem, the right one. He's been knocked out several times. Junior Dos Santos. He overcommitted on the right hand. Had his back to Francis, and Francis finished the fight. Easy. There goes Sugar Sean O'Malley. He's on deck. Almeida just came in. Vicente Luque on deck. Tyron Woodley. Francis always drop his head. Let me see. King Mitch in the building. Salute, man. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? We'll just have to see how much Francis have worked on, with all that strength and everything. Will he attempt to change levels? Is he smart enough to get Stipe into a comfort zone of landing punches and then change it up? That's the big question. Yes, it's not boxing correct, but all you need is the right boxing combination to end deep. Yes, it's not boxing correct, but all you need is the right boxing combinations and deep inside leg kick. Francis can't take body shots. He can't prepare for a decent fighter like Stipe Francis. The only thing I can say to that, Terrence, is how different boxing, the training is from mixed martial arts to just practicing in boxing, period. It's much, much different because you have a sport that consists of multiple variables that you have to be prepared for when throwing those punching combinations. And then with boxing, what you don't have to be prepared for as far as those other extremities, except the left and right hand. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just a whole nother metric that you have to apply to your training technique, you know, when it comes down to it. The stances, even the reaction. I don't know if you've seen, I was out at Ultimate MMA in Alabama not too long ago, and they had individuals in there in boxing matches in the cage. And someone were boxers and someone were mixed martial artists, but it was a boxing match. And you can distinctively tell who was training boxing their entire livelihood in combat sports, training majority boxing. And then you can tell who was training mixed martial arts. The stand was different. The stance was different. The reaction was different. Like the mixed martial artists had this wide stance, like they was preparing for a kick with their combinations. Some of the punch combinations he threw, he wasn't even close enough to land them because they're so prepared for the kick. And when he did get in, the boxer knew how to throw the short hook on the inside or go to the body or pivot out. I mean, it was a learning experience. That's why I like going to, you know, mixed combat sports competition like that, because it's pretty good, man. You learn a lot of shit. It's boring to some, but not to me. Hold on for a second. Let me bring up this main card right quick. Appreciate everyone in the building, man. Hit the like button for me. You know, it does matter. Hit the like button. I appreciate you. Let me see if this comes up. Okay, great. Francis always drop his left hand. And his hands are always down. Francis is a one-trick pony. We'll see, man, because every fighter can learn. You know what I'm saying? Every fighter can learn to be better. You know, in his career coming up, he may have gotten away with performing that trick very effectively. You know, that one trick you're talking about. You know, he might have gotten to a point where he's able to change that up a little bit, but we haven't been able to see it as much. We wasn't able to see it during the Rosenstruck fight because he knocked him out in 40 seconds. We wasn't able to see it in the Junior Dos Santos fight. We didn't see it in Alice Overeem. I mean, so we truly don't know what changes Francis has made to his skill set since fighting Stipe Miocic the first time around. We'll see tonight. Andrew, what's good? He said, hit the thumbs up while you in here. What's good? I appreciate you. We're waiting on the next to come up. Hold on for a second. Deshaun in the building. Salute, man. What's good? What's good? Francis admitted at the press conference that he did not work on technique or skill. He wants to commit to a game plan, which means he's gonna want to land a lucky punch. One thing I don't do is believe what a fighter's saying during the press conference. I don't freaking believe none of that shit. The mind games they play. Francis Ngannou, he has a lot to prove, man. I'm not saying he's a bullshitter, but just because you sit up here and be straight-faced it and speak in a low monotone voice, people are supposed to believe you. He'll be a fool to come in here and not work on that shit. You know what I'm saying? Working on technique as a heavyweight is not necessarily the priority. Think about it. Even in heavyweight boxing, technique, you have to have it, but they don't move as fast, so they have to work on other things that lighter divisions have to work on because they're much faster fighters. In the heavyweight division in mixed martial arts, it's transcended so much that you rarely have competitors throwing kicks and spinning techniques like that. Like you rarely have. I don't know what John Jones is going to do up here, how he's going to look putting on all that muscle mass, but it's not many people that have a multi faceted striking cachet as John Jones. So they just work on things that work. Their hands, kicks, takedowns, working off the back. They don't work on the real fancy shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that takes energy. And it's when you in these 5 rounds, 5 minutes per round type of fights, you can get fatigued. So in mixed martial arts, you get fatigued and get complacent. You can get shin kicked to the head, submitted. It's just too many areas that you can get fucked up. Stipe can't box like a real boxer. He's a decent striker. He doesn't have boxing punches and combinations like Holyfield or Larry Holmes. There's no way I compare him to those names. There's no way. I mean, not even in the same field. But like I said, his level of boxing competition was amateur. He was taught in the amateur, just like Conor McGregor, just like Cody Garbrandt. All of them was, amateur style boxer who continued to practice boxing. Deshaun Thompson in the building. What's good? Say, what up, WCS? I'm pulling up to the movie theater to watch that fight right now. Okay, cool. This is why you modify and convert a skill set that your opponent can't prepare with the complete system. This is why Muhammad Ali was successful. He was a martial artist. Well, Muhammad Ali decided within his career to practice martial arts. And he decided in his career. I don't want to say it was mid part of his career, but it was during the point where he was out of the sport. He was out of the sport of boxing, and he practiced martial arts briefly. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't anything serious, but he did practice martial arts briefly and learn some things. I think if he would have put his entire effort into martial arts, Muhammad Ali would have been great at what he does. He had excellent foot movement. You need that. And it would have been awesome to see. Use Taekwondo punches such as Aku punch and use Taekwondo footwork. Yeah, Taekwondo is one of those sports where you're using most of your feet. They really don't work on your hands. I've practiced Taekwondo myself. It's one of those sports where you can basically work on your foot coordination and kick them from different angles, being explosive, off the rear foot, just setting up different kicking angles, kicking techniques. But one thing about it, you will get penalized in tournaments of Taekwondo if you're using your hands too much. Taekwondo is a foot-orientated martial arts. You know what I'm saying? They teach you how to kick a lot. When you compete, that's why you see Taekwondo specialists. They're up there using their feet a lot with their hands down by the waist. Fighters get fatigued due to incorrect breathing and lack of understanding. Yeah, that's true. I agree with that. I just said he trained martial arts during his career. Muhammad Ali trained martial arts during his career. I said during his career, not all his career. He did train martial arts during his career, not all his career. It was very serious. He did a lot of balancing, checking, spacing, neckline, karate, back fist. and punch. I can point out stuff like that. Okay, I mean, we can't deny, but I also talk to people that used to be around Muhammad Ali myself. Let's just put it this way. I'm not going to say you wrong at all just for the sake of the lack of debate. But he did not practice martial arts his entire boxing career. He did not. He did practice the art, but it was not for his entire boxing career. Bring something up right quick. Then I'm gonna get to this fight. I get back to that. Worthy is on deck right now. Terrence, let's not take it to what I'm not familiar with. We're just having a dialogue. I'm telling you that Muhammad Ali did not take martial arts his entire boxing career. I never said he took. I said he practiced martial arts in his career. He did not practice martial arts his entire boxing career. Just because you go to the school or with the professor and work on certain things does not mean you are in a discipline and practicing martial arts. You can go and learn a technique. That doesn't make me a martial artist. If he wanted to go there and learn spinning techniques, okay, cool. If he wanted to, practice taekwondo, cool. But show me a competition, at least 5 competitions that Muhammad Ali was competing in any discipline that you're speaking on. Show me where they have footage of Muhammad Ali competing in martial arts competitions. That's all I want to know. Just show me that. Because to say that he's been doing this all his career, and then the only thing you can compare it to is him doing MMA against Antonio Ioki, where he didn't throw kicks. The only time he actually threw kicks when Ioki was on his back. I mean, he has martial arts in his boxing history, but he did not practice the dang art of arts, plural, in his boxing career. Boxing was his primary repertoire. And I really don't know exactly what you think I do and don't know. But listen, this fight is over already. This was a quick fight. The fight was already over. He knocked him out quick, man. Damn. But for the sake of it, this is a UFC card. For the sake of it, that point is used martial arts in his fights and was successful. He also studied Wing Chun. Yeah, let me bring this up. There's plenty of articles out here that talks about Muhammad Ali and what he did. You know what I'm saying? They had the Grandmaster that he was a part of. Oh, hold up. Let me show you this right here. Let me share this with you. And this is all I'm gonna talk on. This is all I'm gonna speak on this. Because this is not Muhammad Ali live. This is UFC 260 live. You feel me? Check this out right here, though. Check this out. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you So basically, if I go through this video, right? So this is talking about this, that, and the other. I'm trying to tell you, like, you have to have some type of videography of video out there that Muhammad Ali was deep into studying mixed martial arts outside of practicing the same way he does with boxing. You know what I'm saying? He might have went in there and learned certain techniques, but Muhammad Ali was Muhammad Ali. A lot of what he learned was boxing in general, period. He can be a black belt in Taekwondo. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you how easy it is to be a black belt in Taekwondo as a celebrity. As long as you pay for the form and you go in there and complete your form, you can be a black belt in Taekwondo. I like when people say what I don't know. It's belt mills out here every day. You can be a black belt all day long. Taekwondo is not hard. You had teenagers that can be black belts in Taekwondo and still get fucked up at a tournament. I'm just being 100% real. A black belt in Taekwondo, according to who your professor was, long as you show up for the form, the testing, and you pay your fee, and you test, and they correct the mistakes, and you come back and you complete that form, you can graduate and you can advance in your belt system. That's not hard. I don't need to, bro. Anyway, back to what I was saying, man. I'm back to the UFC. I'm not in here for someone to start talking about Muhammad Ali and this is UFC 260. Muhammad Ali absolutely has nothing to do with MMA to this day and time. When they remember Muhammad Ali, they remember him for his boxing. They don't remember him for his mixed martial arts. They don't remember him for his bout that he has with Antonio Ioki, even though it's one of the ones that's brought up. He even had an exhibition bout with Lyle Alzado, the former football player. You think people mention that? You think he practiced football just because he stepped in there with Lyle Alzado? Absolutely not. Just stay on the keys, big dog. Stay on the keys. This is a UFC 260. They go to link. They go to link, Terrence. You typing a little bit too much. I'm gonna ignore your live because I'm not going line for line and comment on that because you're saying basic stuff. You're saying stuff I already know. Muhammad Ali did not train martial arts his entire career. That is absolutely false. He trained martial arts during his career, but not his entire career. That's false. It doesn't matter if he has a picture out there with one of the professors, the teachers that taught him some skills. That means absolutely nothing. Show me where he's competing in martial arts. Show me his belt system. You know what I'm saying? Anybody, a celebrity in general, besides BJJ, that's one of them arts and disciplines that you have to ensure that if you're going to come into a school as a black belt, the first question they say, "Oh, you're a black belt. Who raised you? Who's your professor?" And they're going to know each other. You're not going to be able to walk into a school, a BJJ school, and with a black belt on and say, "Yeah, I got it from goddamn JoJo at this school off of damn 2nd and 3rd Street." It's not going to work. But Taekwondo, there's so many Taekwondo schools out here. You can say you're raised by anybody. As long as you pay the damn fee and you complete your form, you can become a black belt before you're even 20 years old. You cannot become a black belt in BJJ before 20 years old. They have a time in between belts. Now, some people have been able to earn their black belt within 3 years. They're out there. You know, their names are out there. But they was high-level practitioners. Even karate. You know, you can learn that. You know, this is not one of those deals where it's just all around martial arts and all that. This is mixed martial arts we talking about. I don't know who Jay is. Seriously, I don't know who Jay is. If that's you, Terrence, show your face. If not, you know, I'm not dealing with it tonight because I'm more so focused on this fight card right here. I'm not dealing with any stupidity. People coming on here under fake accounts and all this other shit. I don't have time for it today. So, you know, basically, you want to click the link, show your grill, and I'll let you on. It's all good. I'll let you on. But we're not doing no little boy show. I don't have time to babysit nobody tonight. This is UFC 260, man. I'm trying to get down to it. You know, I'm trying to get down to this main card. What's going on, Mark Nash in the building? Salute, Michael Lewis. Salute. What's good? Appreciate you, Mark Nash, for the donation, man. Salute WCS, best in the biz, man. Y'all be sure to check out Mark Nash. You know, breaking beats over there, man, doing the damn thing. Check him out. Subscribe to his channel. You know what's up,
Page, bro.
Yeah, what's going on, Terrence?
Yeah. No, I think you read it wrong, bro. I wasn't saying that Ali was a excuse me. I wasn't saying that Ali was a Taekwondo guy his whole career. All I was saying was he used some techniques from the system, like the Aku punch, and he had like a Wing Chun practitioner. He wasn't heavily in the system, but he did a lot of like balance check in and spacing with his like T-bar spacing and balance checking and using the neckline. Whenever they would try to slip, he'll trap the neckline and then follow over the anchor punch. And he would do a lot of martial art tactics inside his boxing. Same with Lomachenko has that skill set too. I was just telling you that I was familiar with that skill set. I wasn't saying that he was a full blast Taekwondo practitioner.
Yeah, I was just, like a lot of stuff you said, I totally get and understand what you're talking about, man. You know, when it comes to certain techniques they can take from martial arts and bring over to boxing. The same thing will happen when mixed martial artists compete in boxing. They fight on the inside different. And the only way that you're going to learn how to fight the way these MMA guys fight on the inside is that you practice. But I agree with, the Taekwondo. I never said he practiced Taekwondo his entire career. I was saying that it's very easy to earn your black belt as a Taekwondo martial artist.
Well, yeah, you can pay for it, but just because you pay for it don't mean that you are really a master. Just like these coaches, it's easy for somebody to be a boxing coach nowadays, and they don't know shit about boxing.
Correct.
No one talks about it applies to martial arts. No one talks about the three hand positions or how to breathe correct, or why five reasons why fighters get knocked out. Like, yeah, Francis is, don't get me wrong, Francis is strong and he got power and he can clip anybody on any given day with a punch. But what happens when you get a guy in there that can move his head and that can take those shots and he's comfortable and he understands that, okay, this guy's just coming in, he's gonna, use that right hand, and and I'll watch film and they learn how to study and avoid, because Francis did eclipse Stipe a couple times in the first fight. He didn't knock him out, you know. So all I'm getting at is with Stipe is the way he thinks and the team that he has. He's not the right type of fighter that can prepare for a decent fighter. Stipe is not even really all that good. He's just like like I said, a decent striker. I know he has amateur boxing skills, or like you said, but it's not on a professional level to where he can really get in there and like beat this guy down. So what he'd have to do is the reason why I brought up inside is because even though it's not a boxing match, you're right. Anything can happen, a knee or elbow. But when you inside game doesn't just include straight boxing. And when you're comfortable fighting in the inside and you can throw combinations and you can, get up under his punches and shoot for a takedown and get him down and do all these things to him, then Francis he's out of there. That was my whole point of what I was talking to you about.
Yo, what's up, Scotty?
B, what's good, bro?
What's good with you, brother?
It's
Hey,
been a
man.
minute. How
Yeah.
you feeling, man?
Oh, I'm good, bro. I just been running crazy. Fucking YouTube got a strike on my other channel now, dog. Both of them strike. Both of them got strike and shit.
Was it your fault or some of your haters?
Nah, it's some bullshit. This dumb shit with these fights, bro. Like, cause I don't show no footage, don't play no sound, none of that shit. It's some crazy shit. They sent me an email back talking about something wrong with the algorithms, their systems or whatever, bro. But they gonna get my channel back. My channel bring me back up anyway. But it's just some dumb shit. I get back. But what's good? What's good? Y'all talking about the UFC fight?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we just talking general topics about certain comparisons and techniques that can
yeah,
transfer over from martial arts to boxing, stuff like
yeah,
that.
yeah,
Oh
yeah. That's true.
You know, who you got in this Francis Ngannou Stipe Miocic main event?
hey man, I don't. Francis ain't got no ground game, bro. That's my only concern. He gonna have to take it to Stipe on the feet. Like if Stipe get him to the ground, he gonna take advantage, bro, because he got a wrestling background. Like he can throw his hands, but that ain't really his cup of tea, man. He had to throw his hands with Daniel Cormier because Cormier is a superior wrestler. He couldn't play that game with him, so he had to kind of throw hands and use his wrestling ability to stuff the takedowns and shit like that. But with Ngannou, I think he's going to have to try to get him to the ground because Ngannou ain't the best on the ground. If Stipe can't get him to the ground, man, Ngannou might stop his ass.
I don't know. He didn't really have him on the ground the first fight like that because it takes a lot of energy for a big dude like that to go in for a takedown with somebody who has takedown defense. Like it's a
Yeah,
lot of people who are very poor. Look at Derek Lewis. Derek Lewis, he had minimal ground game, but what he did, he started to work on his takedown defense. Motherfucker was taking him down, but they couldn't submit him.
yeah.
Yeah, true that. Ngannou, he got takedown defense. It ain't great, but the motherfucker's so strong, fam. Like it's like Kamara Usman. Like they got good takedown defense, but it's their strength and shit. So like Stipe, man, it's a tough fight, bro. This is a tough to call for real because Ngannou's Francis much better than when they fought the first time. He's much
He
better.
should be.
We don't
know that though.
Because we ain't seen him fight. And then, like I said, he doesn't have the brain or the camp to prepare for a guy like Stipe. Because when he swings, Stipe can see those punches. All he gonna do is slip and get out the way. And then Stipe coming in at 230, he's gonna be the smaller, quicker, agile heavyweight. Where this dude's putting on 260. Throwing in, he just gonna come in with the same game plan. He's not a good kicker. He doesn't have proper kicking science. He tends to over punch with his right hand. His chin is always up. These are bad mechanics, man. He drops his hands all the time, and the coaches can't fix it because they don't see it. They don't know about it. So they just like, well, they're gonna let him get in there and do it. And that's what a lot of fighters do. They get in there and they do what they want to do. So
he's been working with Mike, right?
You said what's up?
I said, he's been working with Mike.
Yeah, but he's not gonna be able to apply that shit Mike got. That's on some higher scientific shit. Like he got to spend more time with Mike.
He has to be embedded.
That took Mike a long time to perfect him.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing. What she was just talking about, like, transition weight, keeping them hands up and all of that type of shit, bro. Mike probably been working with him, like, Mike Tyson know about why he was getting hit, like defensive shit, transitioning weight, foot placement. I'm pretty sure he was working with him on all of that because his game is his strength. That's Ngannou's strength. So I mean, it's like I said, bro, it's a hard fight to call, bro. Hard fight to call. I'm leaning towards Stipe because he beat DC, bro. I think the best two guys was John Jones and DC. Like, DC just couldn't beat John Jones. Stipe, man. I don't know. I don't know.
You know,
DC was always competing at a weight when he entered the UFC that he wasn't competing at outside of the UFC. He used to compete heavyweight, and he was only competing at light heavyweight because of his boy Cain Velasquez, and it was hurting him because he liked chicken and ho-hos and ding dongs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucking DC is a bad boy, man, to be built like that, and know he has that wrestling pedigree, but yeah, he just worked on his boxing. So
and strong as fuck too, bro. Remember when he lived big country? He lived big country over his head, bro. Like I was like, holy shit, he picked that big motherfucker up like that.
You see, he beat the Josh Barnett in Strike Force, man. He ragdolled him, man. And Josh Barnett, he's very solid in BJJ. Very solid. He ragdolled that dude.
man.
That just show you how Daniel Cormier is.
Yeah, man. I just think that, it's cool that you can work with Mike Tyson, but it takes years and perfection to get seasoned. And a lot of these fighters nowadays, they're shotgun training, which means like they'll go learn a move. Like instead of learning an actual system, they'll learn, I don't want to learn a system. I just want to learn that quick little move. And everybody's doing the spinning back kick, which derived from Taekwondo karate. And they just want to do the back kick. They don't want to do the basics and the science of where it came from and how to use it, when to use it, when not to use it. They don't want to get the full breakdown. And that's what's hurting these fights. That's why Francis, how is he going to make adjustments on keeping his hands up and breathing correctly? Most of the stuff that he does, he's learning on his own pretty much. No one's teaching him shit. Triple G was teaching, even though he's a boxer, he was teaching Abe Sanchez combinations to teach back at him, to recite back to him. And then what did he do? He fired Abe Sanchez because he realized, I'm not learning shit from this guy, and my career's on the line. Same with Tyson Fury. They fired these coaches because these coaches don't know shit. After 6 to 8 months, what are you gonna do? You only can hit the pads and hit the mitts and spar hard and hit the punching bag so many times. Where are you upgrading internally? That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, I'm glad Fury got the hell away from Ben Davison because Fury is already a high-level fighter, bro. They won't want to get him no matter.
Man, I'm gonna tell y'all this: if y'all know any fighter, MMA, boxing, I don't know. I don't know if y'all like John Jones or not, because a lot of people hate that motherfucker.
I'm with John Jones. Fuck the people ground. That's my dude.
Yeah, okay.
They love John Jones, man. They root for him. Because you got to think about it. When he was out of the sport is when DC started to elevate and become champion and get all that notoriety. But when John Jones came back and beat him, shit, they was cheering for John Jones and booing DC for no reason before he even got to the cage.
Okay. Because it's a lot of
that was crazy too, bro.
It's a lot of others. It's a lot of others that don't like Jones. I ain't gonna say it on your platform, but
we know what you're talking about for sure.
Yeah. I met John Jones too in 2018 at the Fit Expo, and I got pictures of shit with him. Dude was cool and shit. But I wish. Y'all probably got more connections with the guy than me. But if you know him or another fighter that's cool or a brother, man, if I could give y'all my contact, man, and my coach, dude, that dude got 54 years experience, bro, and that dude is on a whole nother level. Like he can upgrade any fighter.
Yeah.
Your
coach or who?
Yeah. Huh?
You say your coach or who?
Yeah. His name is the Novice Pooler, bro. This dude is probably, in my opinion, this dude is the most well-known, educated boxing coach I've ever met, bro. Hands down.
Yeah.
we always up to getting educated. Bring him on the podcast and talk boxing. That's no doubt. But a lot of these
martial arts too.
Yeah, martial arts too. A lot of coaches, they don't like getting on podcasts talking to other, talking to general people about certain things because they themselves have competed in combat sports. So it's not easy to talk to full contact specialists. They're not the nicest people sometimes. You
Oh
know what
no,
I'm
my
saying?
coach hella cool, bro. He'll actually, bro. He'll get involved because he old. He's 60, going on 61, and he been work. He had developed his own system like Bruce Lee has the intercepted fist. He has the way of the empty hand. So he developed his own system, and it works. It's effective. Like if you ever heard of Martin Salazar, Luisito Espinoza, James
Yeah.
Bugs, those guys, those are all his fighters.
Oh, wow.
He trained all those guys. Ian from Fairtex, Johnson on, Coke. Yeah, all those
Where are
guys.
you out of though? What
I mean,
region?
we out of California.
Okay, you're on the West Coast. Yeah, they have a lot of schools over in Cali.
Yeah, but these coaches out here don't know shit, man. And then once you step out of boxing, they don't know shit.
I knew a lot of coaches. I knew several coaches over there that knew. I was basically frequenting MMA schools a lot over there, and the boxing coaches. That's it. Not too much. The taekwondos, they have too many belt meals over there where you can just pay your shit and
Yeah,
become a black belt. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, you can.
Yeah, Scotty, the man with the MMA shit. I got boxing connects. I don't really got too many MMA connects. The only MMA connect I got is your boy Eric Anders, but he ain't really doing much right now. But that's the only MMA connect I really got. I got some boxing connects. So. Scotty, the
Well,
man with
if
the
y'all
MMA connect.
ask Jake Shields if you got
Yeah,
connections.
yeah. I used to see Jake all the time over there on the West Coast.
Ask,
Him, Uriah Faber.
Scotty the man, bro. It's a whole lot of motherfuckers that know Scotty, dog.
Hey, well, if you ask Jake Shields about the novice pooler, I guarantee that nigga stop what he's doing and have a full comb. He would tell you that he's the most knowledgeable coach he ever met in his entire life, bro.
Okay, for sure.
Yeah, So yeah, but nah, just going to the fact, it's gonna be a good fight, but I just think that Francis he's not smart enough to get the job done. He's gonna come out. I don't see him mixing up those combinations like you said with those knees and elbows. I don't see him doing it.
Yeah.
So when you say
Hey,
smart,
what y'all think about that Gillian White fight?
Which one?
man, it was
The
goofy.
Gillian White.
It was a bit goofy to me because
That dude is a fucking.
when Alexander Povetkin came down the ring walk, he looked like his legs was going, and the first time a punch was landed, he was all over the place, man. Even though he took some hard punches from Dillian, it just seems like he never had his wheels underneath him. But I give Gillian White the credit. He earned his title back or whatever, man. But that's all I can give him, man. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't the same freaking Alexander Povetkin that was in the first fight.
Okay.
Did he get his COVID shot right before the fight?
hey, Scotty, you know he had that shit twice, right?
You had what?
I said, he had it twice, right?
Yeah, I know. That's why they postponed it. They were supposed to fight last year, and then they were supposed to fight early January this year. Shit was postponed.
Well, bro, I knew. See, like I picked Dillian White. He did a good job, but I picked him to win this one by 8. And 8, he did it in half the time. The thing is, like, Povetkin, come on, bro. He old as shit. It's like he old. Then the COVID shit twice, and then the amount of time he had laid off them, like. Everything going toward that, I was like, man, White coming back to get his revenge, bro. I can't see him doing it again. I didn't know he would get it done that early, but I pretty much figured White was going to play a pay. You know what I thought he was going to do, Scotty, is because you could see Povetkin sucking wind in the 3rd round, right? So going into that fight, my whole thing is like Dillian White and his champ, they're going to play it safe for like 7 rounds. Because this dude Tank ain't there. It won't there before the COVID shit, and it's damn sure ain't there now. He was already sucking wind. I think the plan, because Dillian White did pull back his corner, told him to calm down. He pulled back. He started being more patient. I think the plan was to wear Povetkin down and then do what he did to him anyway, but like in the 8th or the 9th. So I picked the 8th for him to stop him, but Dillian went for it, man. That dude went for it. He knocked his ass, slam out, man.
Mike, what's good?
Yeah.
OJ, salute to everybody in the panel, everybody in the
What's
chat.
going on?
Salute.
What's up, brother?
What's going on?
Man, y'all about to
Yeah,
turn this
yeah.
into a motherfucking all-out combat sports panel, dog.
I gotta leave you, dog. I gotta leave you, Scotty. I just came to holler at you real quick, my dude. I was on the round going to give me some medicine and shit.
Yeah, I was like, man, I haven't seen D in a minute.
Man, I've been back and forth on these fucking emails, fucking with them about my channels and shit, bro. You know what I mean? So,
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
and then tied up with business and shit. But hey, my dog, I'm gonna holler at you, Scotty. I just
All right,
wanted
man,
to-
cool, bro. Appreciate you pulling up, man. Salute.
All right, fellas, y'all take it easy.
All right, man. Later.
Hey, what is the art you practice most? What is your self-defense discipline that you practice the most, man?
Well, my coach system is Pula Goju Karate. And it's more like we practice Wing Chun, but we do boxing too, but we have a system. So I'm not like the average guy that's going to just jab, cross, uppercut, and hook all day. I have advanced punches like the reverse punch, the lunge punch, the back fist, the hooking jab.
Yeah.
We do a lot of stuff like if I'm sparring a guy, I won't just if I know I can hit, like we'll spar light. I'll talk to my partner like, hey, throw a couple of jabs at me so I can get used to seeing it. And if I know I can hit him in the head, I'll either tap him on the forehead or I'll just punch his glove lightly, and then we'll work. And then that's how we upgrade our system. A lot of stuff that I picked up from my coach is like making a guy slip, or if he throw a hook, throw an uppercut and hit him in his armpit, jab to the heart, step to the side, pull his guard down, back fist him, or push him by his neck, and then pull his guard down and back fist him. Little stuff like that they can't prepare for. Space him back, T-bar him, knee bump him, get inside his insides and stay in close and let the punches go behind the head. That's a lot of stuff that I picked up from my coach.
Yo, that technique, pulling the guard and spinning technique, they do a lot of that on the cage. They practice a lot of that on the inside when you're standing up on the cage. You have to stand up on the cage and practice that too, on how to fight off the cage. Because a lot can happen on the cage. You can get knocked out. You can get hit with a spinning elbow. You know what I'm saying? Or over a straight elbow cross. I mean, it's so many things that can happen on the cage standing up, especially those spinning techniques. But yeah, I totally get what you're saying, pulling the guard down and executing the spinning technique. I mean,
what I mean by pulling the guard down is like okay, so what boxers do is they try to pull it down from the top. So what I do is if he's guarding up like a boxer, then I'll just slap his hand down from the side and trap his hand, and he won't be able to get out. And then as soon as he tries to slap away, then he's open. So I hit him, or I step to the side, and then scientifically he has to step back in front of me, and he's either going to drop his hands, and I'm gonna hit him again, and I'm gonna keep stepping over, and he has to reposition. This is why I know if a fighter's hand is down, if his palms are facing the ground, his punches are going to go down. So a lot of guys do a lot of hip jabs, or they do a lot of jabs from the lower level. They're being low mid range position, like Israel Adesanya. And the reason why they can't keep their hands up is because they're hand position 3. Their hands are floating down. So that's why the punches, every time they shoot the punch, it doesn't snap and come back. It goes straight down, or they'd be like, oh, I can't keep my hands up, coach. Or they try to fight in the V position, exposing the chest, and that doesn't help. That's just stuff I learned in boxing from my coach and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, something to say, Mike.
Oh no, I was just agreeing with what he was saying about the technique. In fact, that's some of them things that Terrence was saying right there is like what we was talking about months ago, like in the street fights with the Muay Thai and stuff like that before MMA became MMA. Little techniques that I picked up on doing shit like that, fighting for money in the street. You know what I'm saying? When you get in close, and like he said, instead of like a traditional boxer's parry, what you would do is you'd kind of pull his elbow inward. You know what I'm saying? Or do the like he said, slap his elbow. Me, I might get in close and I might pull it downward or do these things where he does when the mechanics of the human body, when he does his natural reaction to either react or overreact to me pulling his elbow and tucking his arm like this, he's either going to open up from the front or he's going to open up for an overhand or a hook. It's just the natural mechanics of the body. It's it's a little like he said it well. That's why I was agreeing with him and saying he said it well.
And you're right. You're right, Mike. It is the natural mechanic. I was waiting on you to say the natural mechanic because I remember in Japan, Sakahara, one of my professors over there, he basically had us put our elbows in the outward position and punch. If you punch with the palms down, just like Terrence said, your hands are going to come back to the down position because really, when your palms are down, it's really when your hands are walking in a natural motion. Your palms are used to. That's the natural mechanics of your body. But if you basically bend your elbows and keep your elbows a little bit tight to your body and you shoot the punch, but you don't turn it, you just shoot it, your hands are going to come back up to your face because it's the natural mechanics of your body if you keep your elbows where they're supposed to be. If you turn your elbows outward, lift them up, and throw a punch, the punch is always going to return lower than where you need it to block any type of defensive counter shots that your opponent might have.
Yeah,
exactly.
Man. It's Thai guys. I spar a lot of those guys, and a lot of those guys are kind of easy to beat up too, because they have poor boxing basics.
They have
they put all their energy.
Yeah.
Into one.
It's funny you said that. I'm not trying to cut you off, my brother, but it's funny you said that because what did I say when we first met, Scott? When I was out there in Hawaii fighting all them Waianae kickboxers who did Muay Thai, even though they were dope at Muay Thai, anybody who understood fighting, you know what I'm saying, you could see what they're doing, to where a lot of my fights, it wasn't like, ooh, I'm a martial arts expert or whatever, but you just knew how to just kind of play off that aggression and just, you see what they're doing. And as long as you could just stay calm and remember what we was talking about with like Ryan Garcia, like we don't believe in him. What is he going to do when somebody gets on the inside and does them little stupid things like shifting the hips on your ass? Not necessarily punching, but doing little feints and then shift their hips to get you to open up and then bam, slap that little elbow, slap that little downward or upward elbow. Not an uppercut, not a punch, that elbow to cut your face. You know what I'm saying? Like elbow you right in the bridge of your nose. It'll be real quick and it might not hurt you until about 10 seconds later.
Yep.
Yeah, man. You should check out my coach. He got some footage from like the 90s and stuff of him sparring like Ronnie Wells, which was like a 6'4", 230, 40-pound kickboxing champion. And you can see him like working with this other guy, and he just sitting back playing defense and doing like all this stuff. It's crazy, man. Like if you really understood, because the stuff that I'm talking about, it's different because my coach made it up and put it together. So these techniques are not what the person you never seen it before, like catching punches with one hand, stuff like that, and or like if he throws a punch, you instead of checking it, if he throws a kick like a teep, like a Muay Thai kick, the person will need to try to catch it and like leg sweep him. He's doing like the Quan Sao, or he's like he's doing like a Huan Sao and stepping to the side. He's like has his hand here and he's shifting it. Bam! And moving it out the way, and it'd be so quick. You'd be like, man, what the fuck? Show me that again,
Right, so right. Now I noticed earlier you said you do karate, but your teacher does a lot of Wing Chun, so you do a little kung fu with that too. So you know what I'm saying? I heard you correct when you said that.
Shotokan karate. He's a 5th Dan master, Shotokan karate, Wing Chun expert, boxing. And he's a kickboxing champion, self-defense, and weapons specialist. Yeah.
Okay, so I know you say he makes a lot of his stuff up. I was meaning to ask Scott about this one time, so I'm gonna ask both of y'all. Like when I was taught this, it was called they called it the last punch technique, and it was actually it was a devil dog who taught me the technique. A devil dog who used to get the little YGs in the hood and take us out in the woods and make sure we was proficient with whatever the fuck we thought we was gonna be. But yeah, it was the last punch technique. It was a weird way of parrying. Like when somebody punches, you got to catch a mid punch, and what you do is you jerk that extension, and basically just the natural mechanics, his arm will throw out a socket, and that's why they dude would call it the last punch technique. Because if you do it just right, he's not using that arm again for anything serious. Like even after he heals, he'll never be able to really just sit there and fight and throw punches like that again, because you're gonna jerk that arm just right and pop that socket.
Yeah, you have to have the timing down. Plus, it can fuck up the shoulder too.
Right. That's why they called it that. Are you familiar with that, Scott or Terrence?
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yep.
Okay.
It
mean,
sounds more like a
you
self-defense move.
and
Well,
then you can apply the thumb to the armpit too. If you if you're able to step to the outside and grab the wrist enough to jerk it, you can also apply pressure by taking your free hand and put your thumb up in their armpit while you're pulling down on their arm. It's very painful, but it is a compliance move.
Yeah. He showed me that one too. Like he was a Marine and he had a mixed background. But he said his specialty was Ganganji. You know what I'm saying? The art of breaking bones. And so like that was his main thing. He would like do a lot of joint manipulation or
that's one of the best arts to learn. I mean, if you can remain healthy, that's just like judo. A lot of people get injured practicing judo.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I can see that.
All the throws and grappling and even in BJJ, man, any art that has to do with joint manipulation, you're going to get injured a lot because you have to go through the process of putting yourself in those type of submissions and joint manipulations.
Yeah,
that shit is
yeah,
painful.
yeah. He was nice. Yeah, he was nice though. He was nice. You know what I'm saying? It's not. You know what I'm saying? OG Doug used to always take all the little YGs and ex-Marine from Chicago, and you know what I'm saying? He's seen us out there, you know what I'm saying, trying to smell our shit. And so, you know what I'm saying, like, yeah, twice a week he would grab the little YGs, take us out in the woods, and we had to be proficient or he wouldn't even let us on the block. If we, you know what I'm saying, if he came home from work and seen us on the block and we didn't have his sign of approval, we getting ran off the block and nobody wanted them hands.
Oh, okay, all right. So do y'all know who not Donna Dragon, Ron Van Cleef?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes, sir. I know who that is.
All right, so we getting somewhere now. My coach came from his system. He's a part of his system, but he came up with his own system, and it's kind of similar like that. Ron Van Cleef was the black Bruce Lee for us. Back.
Oh yeah, Van Cleef was that dude. I had posters when I was young.
And people would be like, "Oh, well, he's not effective. He went to the MMA." First off, he went to the MMA when he was older, and yes, he did lose, and he had no business going to the MMA. But if he would have had some sparring, like work with Benny Urquidez or somebody of that nature, and then got some decent boxing, he would have. Oh man, those dudes didn't even stood a chance.
Yeah. You know who I want to interview? I want to talk to Frida Gibbs.
Oh yeah, I was just looking at her earlier, man. Yeah, she's pretty dope too.
I want to talk to Frida Gibbs and what she experienced in the martial arts back in the day. What she had to go through and almost being killed by the Grim Sleeper. I mean, she came up when it was still shit going on back there in martial arts with racism and shit like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, man, what you telling, man? Like we was talking about them first few years of UFC when they let anything go, they were still letting Hoist go in there with his gi and all like that. And I know and understanding that the gi's a weapon and all like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, like yeah, there was the early days, the late 80s and 90s when the foundation of MMA. Oh man, some of them people, just the fact that you walked in the ring and were able to survive, you're a warrior. All due respect, because the shit that people were doing. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you caught a lot of them fights, I always tell people the first year, that was probably the closest you'll get to seeing real underground street fighting, some kumite type shit. You know what I'm saying? But after 3 years, they started changing the rules because people were doing crazy moves on people. You know what I'm saying? You'll see in locks that, unless you actually are in a gym or you grew up around it, you've never seen nobody twisted like that.
Oh, no, you never.
Yeah.
And they would have paid close attention. There was only one fighter that had the gi on competing when the UFC actually started back then, and that was Horace Gracie.
Lighting their ass up. Nobody understands the gi is a weapon.
Together. Yep, used as a weapon. Nobody else was educated enough in the art. They haven't been training that like that, and the Gracies did. So that's when they came over here to pretty much take it to another level. I mean, it's a lot of controversy. I love the joint manipulation and the grappling aspect of combat. I truly believe there's so many ways to get somebody to the ground. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
I've seen, and I don't know if y'all follow grappling, but in the absolute division, you know, you can have a 145-pound guy facing a 240-pound dude in the absolute grappling division, and you see 140-pound grapplers subbing out 240-pound grapplers. You see a 140-pound dude sub out a 240-pound dude. For real, it's crazy how that shit works.
Yeah, I believe it, man.
But that's basically like I was saying about OG Doug. OG Doug was not going to let us. OG Doug was not going to let us. You know, he was older. You know what I'm saying, out the service, but he seen us running around thinking we hard, and we was claiming some shit that, you know what I'm saying, he used to affiliate with when he was younger, and so he took it real serious upon us because he wasn't trying to see that. So he would train us on drill because we was little dudes. You know what I'm saying? We like 12, 11. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, and he seen us out there banging with big boys and cats that's damn near his age. And so he taught us all them joint manipulation techniques to where, like, yeah, even back when I was only like 5'6" or something, yeah, this dude might be 6'3", but I'm gonna use that length, and that's gonna be your disadvantage, the fact that you long. Because I'm gonna take that arm and leg and wrap it around you.
Yeah, man. I just think with you know, whether it's MMA or boxing, a lot of people, not saying y'all, but other people outside of us, they focus too much on, oh, well, he's good and he does this, but they never talk about the mistakes that fighters do in fixing them. You know, and that's the problem with, you know, they'll be like, oh, well, you know, he's doing something right, he's winning, he's 15-0. Okay, well, yeah, somebody got to win, you know, yeah, but the mistakes that he makes, dropping his hand, breathing incorrect, overextending on his punches, no inside game, heavy on the back foot, locking the lead leg. These are things that I see professional fighters do that people like. And yeah, he's undefeated, he retires undefeated, he's undisputed. So what happens when fighters retire? They open up a gym, they get a YouTube channel, or they make DVDs and sell it to make, you know, income coming in. So when they get a champion or an up and coming fighter who looks up to them, those same bad habits that they made as a professional, they never fixed them. So that guy's going to come in learning everything that he did wrong, and he's going to be the next person that's either going to make it through the cracks and slip through, or he's going to get hurt and have a bad career. And that's
man.
Yeah.
I agree with you 1,000,000,000%, my brother.
True.
Not to switch
That's true
speeds,
word.
but not just MMA. That's so true in boxing.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh
boxing,
my God. I said for years, like, nothing against Senator Pacquiao, but I was never impressed because this dude was like 10 years in the fight game, and he still, when he plants his feet, he opens up. He does this thing where he opens up to where when he got knocked out by Marquez, or like when they was talking about him and Floyd, I was like, it's not going to happen. Or Floyd Mayweather. People still want to be like Floyd, and that's why these young black fighters are getting their ass sauced when they fight a dog Mexican or whatever, because they are not paying attention to the dumb things that Floyd's style. Floyd is consciously does things to sucker somebody into doing that. These dudes are thinking that's the style, and they're not intentionally doing that with the booby trap set like Floyd does. So when these dudes get rushed and put into a corner, they don't have that, you know, that little subtle head movement and the shifting of the hips to where like Floyd does, where all you did was hit his shoulders, all you did was graze the top of his head or something like that. These dudes, once they get rushed by that Mexican, they go on to sleep.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Nothing against the man, but no, it's normal. You know, nowadays that's what we're seeing, and that's why you see a lot of black fighters in boxing. Basically, he might have a belt or whatever, but he's not the hot shit. He's not attractive. But these young Spanish fighters and these European fighters are going in because they're trying to emulate what Floyd did and not understanding his fight style and exactly why he does that.
Yeah, and they're never,
you know,
going to get what, you know, people like, oh, well, Devin Haney going to be the next up, Gervonta Davis, Floyd. Floyd's working with them, but you think Floyd is going to give out those defensive Philly shell secrets to them?
Nope.
No.
Not for free.
Why would he? Now, look, with me, don't get me wrong. If I met Floyd, I'd be like, you know, I'm not going to jock the guy. I'll just be like, you know, man, you know, congratulations. You know, I give him his props and that's it. I'm not about to be all up on him. But if he showed me the defense, I wouldn't really care for it because I have my own system and I'm comfortable fighting the way I fight. But if he showed me the Philly shell, would I use it the same way he used it? No. I perfect it. I'll take it back to my coach. We'll upgrade it and we'll use it in a newer fashion. Because I'm comfortable with my hands up. I don't want even if I can be slick and invasive like him, I don't feel comfortable with one hand up and one hand down. I just don't.
Well, yeah, when I bullshitted, I did a version of the Philly shell we called the chicken wing. You know what I'm saying? And everything. Roy did it early in his career and everything. It was like, like a chicken wing version of the shell. But the thing that killed me with Floyd in 51 fights, nobody knows that somebody who does that, nobody knew the secret to busting the shell. Because Floyd's so smart, that's why I give him his flowers. Floyd's so smart, he comes in there, the way he acts, you want to knock his block off. You want to smack him in the mouth. And you don't understand that the Philly shell breaks at the bottom. You got to take out the tree's roots. And so what you do with somebody with the Philly shell, like me and Scott talked about several times, is you tickle their ribs. You got to be willing to lose the first 3 rounds. Fuck it. And just go in there and tickle his ribs so much that he lowers that shoulder where he's tucking his chin. Maidana did that because Maidana was just running in, Billy Goating, and then shooting them shots to the body to where Floyd started having to get that chin up. But Maidana couldn't control his aggression. And that was the only time in that whole match.
Hey, fellas, let me take a break. That was the only time
Floyd scored.
Hey, Mike, let me take a little break right quick. My boy on deck, Sean O'Malley and Almeida. So, this is the bantamweight fight, man. 3 rounds. And for Sean O'Malley, he had that foot injury and suffered a recent loss or whatever. But now he's finally back, and it's a lot of hype riding behind Sean O'Malley. He's a pretty good striker. But Almeida, he's been in there with some tough guys, but he had his losses. He's trying to rebound too. Man, great outside leg kick. Are y'all watching this or no? Y'all didn't buy it.
No, I didn't buy it. I tapped in to hear your play-by-play for real.
I want to see
sure. Yeah, we on the main card, man. This is like only this fight right here, and then it's Tyron Woodley and Vicente Luque in the co-main, and then Stipe.
Oh, Woodley ain't been looking too good lately.
Who? Tyron?
Man, Woodley trash.
Yeah, he been getting
he said he wasn't 100% though. You know how fighters.
Man, I don't care, man.
He wasn't 100%
after what he did.
Mario Usman neither.
That's what you're talking about.
He wasn't 100% when he lost to the Brazilian dude.
Covington. Yeah, dude, man. When he lost to Covington, I was done with
you. Talking about Gilbert Burns?
Gilbert Burns beat him up bad.
Yeah, he said he wasn't 100% in the fights. He hasn't been 100% in a while.
He need to do something.
Gilbert Burns beat him up bad, worse than Kamaru Usman did.
Yeah, but Kamaru Usman beat the shit out of Gilbert Burns. Damn,
he did, right? They used to be teammates, though. I think there's a little bit more compassion there. You know what I'm saying?
I feel sorry, but still, bro.
He up there crying like a big baby, man. I can't even talk bad on my boy. I got him in my phone, man. I can't even talk bad about Gilbert, man.
Which one? Gilbert Burns?
Yeah, the Reno. I interviewed his brother Herbert the Blaze.
Okay. I gotta look him up.
Yeah, both of them are real thorough in jiu-jitsu, man. Gilbert is a multi-time. Huh?
You still talk to those guys like on the phone?
I got both of them in my phone. Both of them.
Dude, if they looking for like, I told you, bro. My coach will tighten him up like and have him coming out on some other shit, man. Just throwing it out there.
He just needs to, with them short arms of his, he needs to, know how to close distance a bit better with his boxing technique. Man. He dropped Thomas Almeida and then he finished the fight. Oh, man, I can't believe that. Sean O'Malley in the first round, man. It's 2 minutes remaining. He already dropped Almeida already. Damn.
You talking about the skinny boy with the crazy hair?
Correct. Man, he's doing some reverse heel kicks. Oh, wow. He did a reverse heel kick, stepped back, and still was able to throw the left hand with it. I mean, he looks fresh, man. And this is a bantamweight. This dude is going to be a problem at 135. Almeida is just being overwhelmed right here with the reach, the range that O'Malley has, the distance that he's keeping with his kicks and punches. His performance right now is on point. He looks very dominant. He's going to be a problem, man. He's going to be a problem. I'm curious, if this fight lasts. I'm really curious to see how Tyron Woodley is going to look against Vicente, because he go ahead and get his ass beat. He just need to I hate telling that fighters
Yeah,
need
me
to
too,
retire,
especially a brother.
but he might need to take some time off.
Again, another guy who's athletically strong and has a lot of athleticism, but has no basics, poor boxing skills, and he's not basically trained the correct way.
He
That's
hasn't
another.
committed to improving those skills either. He
Yeah.
does the same thing over and over again.
Again, that's
Man,
what I'm saying. A
Tyron
fighter that
Woodley's
does
already done. I love him to death, but he's done. Think about it. After them last couple fights, he's not even considered legit enough to be a commentator for real.
Damn. I
Oh,
mean,
well, I'm gonna give him the
Has he
benefit.
been? No, I'm not saying that about him. I'm saying that's how he's looked at. You see him commentating. Remember, he was getting a bag. He was on TV all the time.
Yeah, that's
for
what I
him and
said.
Dana White, that's more so Dana White relationship is being strained with Tyron Woodley because Woodley believes that he's been, discriminated against in the organization over time. You know what I'm saying? But, I don't know, man. He defended his title 4 times. He felt some type of way because Dana gave him Stephen Wonderboy Thompson twice, like Wonderboy was gonna beat him regardless. You know what I'm saying? They had a draw, and then he came back in and he won the decision. Then they stuck Damian Maya in there. Then they stuck Darren Till in there. There's some hard
fights. Darren Till. Yeah.
Oh, Darren Till took it on the chin, nice with those elbows. I was surprised he didn't go to sleep.
Man, those guys, they need what they need now is they need internal fighting. That's what they need. They need and oh, man, I'm just trying to tell y'all, man, like they got everything else. Like my coach don't even want them. He'll just be like, hey, you know what? He'll let them keep the style that they have. Be like, okay, well that's nice. Well, how about we add this? How about we do this? And then if they take it and they work with them. Dude, that you will see a difference, man. I believe if Tyron Woodley trained with my coach can turn him around and he'll start winning his fights, man. And because Tyron Woodley is a brother, man, and I hate to see us get up out of there. I want him to stand there and dominate. You know what I'm saying? But like your man said, if he loses next fight, man, I don't know what's the next in store for him.
Man, next in store for him is I hope you had some money saved up. You know what I'm saying? Open up a little corner store, you know what I'm saying? A little body shop or something. I don't know.
I hope he had some money saved up, Mike, off that I beat your ass single.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? Exactly, yeah. Yeah, going to get your royalties. Hopefully his ass caps is right, getting his publishing. You know what I'm saying? And think about it, though. Like you just said earlier about how, you got them belt farms in California. He is a former champion. He just go ahead and attach himself to the right gym. You know what I'm saying? Step in his promoter game. You got a problem with Dana White. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you go over to another organization. You know what I'm saying? With your shit intact. Because after he takes this loss, he's got to be real careful about the next
one. He been over to another. He came out of the old school strike force. You know what I'm saying?
Which one is this?
He came over. He came over to the UFC from Strike Force.
Who?
Tyron Woodley.
Yeah, but they ain't got nothing for him.
And he was all bulked up. Nate Marquardt knocked him out with uppercuts, man, because his boxing skill was non-existent. He was just going off wrestling and raw ability to just fight. And that wouldn't do it. But the fucked up thing about it is that he hasn't really changed. Just like you just said, he hasn't really changed from the time he left that organization over to the UFC. He really hasn't did anything except get associated with a camp, work on his freaking wrestling, his punching, but he hasn't worked on any combinations, putting kicks with his punches, none of that shit.
Exactly. And because anytime So here, this is what I learned. I don't get the when I'm going over boxing with my coach, we sit down and we talk, and he draws like what he has is we have like a drawing board or a piece of paper, and he draws like stick figures and stuff like that, scrolls. So I don't have the luxury to hit mitts, because what I've learned is the only time you should be hitting mitts is when you're putting together a strategy to beat an opponent, or you're working on perfecting a certain skill set to upgrade. if 80 or 90% of the time you slap the mitts, you're not growing as a fighter because yeah, it looks good. You hitting the mitts hard and doing all this, but those guys that hit those mitts, those hand slappers, I call them mitt slappers, hand slappers. They don't fight the same way they hit those mitts. He's in there hitting big, doing all the shoulder roll and all this Mayweather defense, pity pat shit. And then you put him in a fight and he gets beat up and he looks nothing like he did on the mitts. And that's another problem with these fighters. They don't have the correct training and the correct intelligence to sit down and learn because they so focused on I gotta hit something, I gotta spar hard. What are you sparring hard for? And the guy got his hands up. That happened to me before. I tried to show a guy, he got his hands up. And I'm like, what you got your hands up for? And then you put him in a fight and he gets knocked out. That's what happens.
Yeah, a lot of boxers they use them mitts. They some boxer trainers use it, some don't, man. You know what I'm saying? Some will say, well, it really don't fucking matter, and some, does it. Woodley versus Luque, they're up next, man. They're up next. On deck is Sean O'Malley and Thomas Almeida. That's who's on deck right now. They're in the second round.
Okay. And Francis is tomorrow,
That's tonight.
No, that's the night.
They fighting on a Friday. Shit. That's
What do you mean?
It's Saturday.
Today's Saturday, bro.
I'm tripping. You right, my bad. I'm getting used to this in Springfield for 30 time, man.
Yeah. It's all good. Yeah. It should be interesting though. Is that damn, now the tides changed, man. Almeida was able to take down Sean O'Malley with a front trip. I like how O'Malley is controlling his left ankle, like you're supposed to do when you're on your back. You make sure you control your opponent's mobility and limit it as much as possible. So let's see how this worked out, man. He was able to put Sean O'Malley on his back to end the second round. So this is gonna be interesting heading into the third. Them spinning techniques, they take energy, bro. Motherfuckers, you got to be tight. Your core got to be tight. You got to make sure you get as much velocity as possible.
Yeah. Shit, you missed that spin kick and you turn around and a left hook coming up. Boy. Shit. Yeah, man.
It's gonna be different, bro.
Kevin Holland disappointed me, man. I ain't gonna lie to you.
They say he had a mental breakdown. I was looking at that shit like, am I high? Am I high today? Like, what is going on with this dude? He ain't trying to win.
Yeah, he was. He can't go in there like that. And I think he could have beat Derek Brunson too. But
Darren Brunson's came a long ways, man, as far as the way he used to get knocked out all the time, just rushing in on opponents. The way Israel Adesanya defeated him, it was so easy because he knew he was going to go in, chin up, and get touched. And once he got touched, man, he was going down. But, he's trying to switch it up.
Yeah, he watched my Instagram a couple times, so I had to be careful with stuff that I post.
No, he was talking greasy. He was like, "Hold up, who the hell's Terrence?"
Nah, I didn't. I never said nothing bad about him. I don't even think the guy know me. He just looked on there a couple times, and Clarissa Shields did too. And so, like all the stuff I was telling y'all about, I stopped posting it because fighters they'll steal it and they won't like or comment or give props to the person. They'll just act like they created it.
I mean, of course, man, but you already know ain't nothing new under the sun, man,
Yeah.
And the beautiful thing about the art of fighting is it's like any other art form. It's to be passed on because, you know what I'm saying, it doesn't belong to you. You just got your version of it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
All I've said is give me my props. Shit. Yeah, don't just I don't mind a person doing it, but when you come out and start trying to, I made this something, then that's when it's like, okay, this shit.
I get you on that, Scott, but sometimes it's like me, like even like when I take it to the music, like in my area, I've been doing this for so long, and okay, I know I never got famous, but there are literally cats who like the little young boys who's doing stuff now everyone's like, oh, I know who he grew up listening to. He from such and such area. Yeah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Because to where like they don't even got to give me my flowers. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you know, sometimes they don't even know it. Like, nigga, you from here, nigga. This is the reason why niggas do shit this way.
Yeah.
And if you don't know, you're gonna know. You know what I'm saying? So, but sometimes I don't worry about the flowers sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just want to contribute to the art. Just, you know, push, or they say push the culture forward. You feel what I'm saying? As long as you know you gave it that push, then, you know, it's all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one thing about here, unless you have a watermark to put across your shit and have your own site and really be able to make it proprietary, people can go and steal what the fuck they want to steal on your stuff. I mean, that's just the way it is,
Yeah, that's why I copyrighted a lot of my stuff too. I got a
You
copy.
got to. You got to, man. Like I used to always say, like, you know, we didn't get our style bit. You know, a lot of the stuff that me and my guys did in the late 90s, early 2000s, we didn't get our style bit by the industry as much as they nibbled the hell out of us. It was death by 1,000 cuts. You know what I'm saying?
For real. You ain't never lied.
You know, we sit there, we get courted by this label or whatever like that, and we were fucking with them hard body for like, you know, months or over a year, but nothing's really popping. But you're noticing the artists that are associated with, they are getting very hot, but they make sure that these artists spend time around us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's like, and I don't care, but if you're gonna have me in the gym just to go on and get your people nice, you could have just said so and, you know what I'm saying, put a little something extra in my pocket, pimp.
Yeah.
You know
That's all I'm saying.
I wouldn't trip.
Yeah, if it was that simple, there, Mike, put a little extra in your pocket. What for? What for? What for? Goddamn, cutting, nibbling off my shit. Goddamn it, you nibbling from all corners, all motherfucking.
Oh, you
corners.
already know. I'm talking about, yeah, they didn't bite your shit. They just nibbled all over you.
Yeah, man.
Man, these guys are executing too many spinning heel kicks in the third round where they don't have the strength to do so as much. It's not as sharp. So now you just stick to your striking. You know what I'm saying? What the? Oh, he knocked out Thomas Almeida in the third round. Damn, he knocked him out.
Now you see what I mean? The reason why they're not successful with those spinning back kicks is because they didn't take the full system of where it derived from. They just took bits and pieces and did a move. That's why they're not successful with that.
Or they just didn't remediate that damn move enough to be proficient. Yeah, they're not proficient. That's something, they can get it off every now and then. Like any nigga can hit a jump shot, but you know what I'm saying? A professional basketball player hits that jump shot 1,000 times every morning.
Okay. Hey, what was your name? What was your names again, man? I'm sorry. I didn't see it on here.
Oh yeah, peace, man. My name is Mike. You know what I'm saying? That guy Eclipse.
Okay, Mike.
Ohio, all in this motherfucker.
Okay.
My name's Scotty IE at the end.
Let's go. I want to show y'all something while we up here too. Matter of fact, I don't know if I can change this camera around. Oh shit.
Glade.
I think I can. Nah, I was trying to show it off something else. Well, maybe I can show it this way. Can y'all see this?
Yeah.
Y'all can see it perfectly?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay, so this is some footage of my coach right here with the green shirt. It's in the early 90s. Hold on, let me
Your coach is about 200 some pounds.
He's smaller. He like 190.
Oh, okay. I mean, he looked like a pretty nice size.
Keep in mind, this was the early 90s.
Wow.
Hey, yo, you notice that lunging? Hey, can you go back? Can you go back like 10 seconds? You notice that lunging hook that he did? Right, he shot right into the kid's right there. Watch his hook. Oh, yeah, right there. Watch when the kid tries to circle out and how he does that lunging right to the body. Oh, I used to love doing that to a motherfucker. Oh man, I used to love that. Was one of my favorites.
You see the pox style I was talking about? Watch how he catch the punch from the bottom. Watch right here. See how he caught the punch?
Yep.
Now he's hitting him in the shoulder. He's hitting him in pressure points. These are nerves.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
And old boy froze up.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what OG Doug used to teach us. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Like, no, I ain't hit you in the face, no, but I punched you right on that humerus bone.
Okay, so that's Martha Salazar. If y'all know who she is, that's his student too. I'm just showing y'all, you know, this Ronnie Wells right here. I got another one. Hold on. I was just showing y'all while we're on here so y'all can just see a lot of the stuff that man, like that's on point. Well, maybe you may not be able to see this one. But yeah, you guys, you see what I mean with the inside fighting and shit, man. It's a different.
It's different.
I saw that body.
Yep.
I saw that anticipate. You know, said he anticipated the box out, and I watched the way he shifted his hips and already was ready to step into that, and how he lunged. You know, say young boy thought he was going for his face, but no, that thing went right on your hip or on your humerus bone. Oh my God, man, we used to drill that so many times.
So watch this right here. So y'all can see him right here after he. Hold on, this is a different tape. Hold on. That's Manny Rivera. You know, my coach worked with him and stuff. That's Pacquiao old trainer.
Yeah.
Luisito Espinoza back in the early 2002. I think Oscar De La Hoya was in here too, right here.
Top three greatest Filipino boxers. He's third only to International Boxing Hall of Fame and Chinese Montevilla.
You see how Luis Pasito got one hand in hand position 1, and the other hand is in hand position 3. Okay, I'm gonna go back. One hand's for catching punches, the other one is for loading off. You'll see it.
Top three greatest Filipino boxers. He's third only to International Boxing Hall of Fame. Montevilla and Gabriel Flash Loaded.
That's Luisito Espinoza. Hey, Luisito Espinoza way colder than Pac-Man.
Hell no.
Yeah, man, he is. He way colder than Pac-Man.
Oh no, I wasn't saying hell no because I was like, damn. Yeah, that's a good system to learn. It takes remediation to get used to that reaction and being able to respond to it.
Yeah.
Next is Tyron Woodley.
Okay,
you know, this is co-main event coming up.
We'll see.
Man, I'm telling you, turn on the pressure cooker. Pressure cooker. What's he gonna do? Tyron, what you gonna do, Ty?
Tyron Woodley defeated Robbie Lawler in 2016, and he reigned all the way up to 2018 September. Last one he defended his title against is Darren Till by submission. So
yeah, he did Darren Till.
Darren Till deserved that, you know, because he was coming there acting like he was just, you know, this behemoth, and he was towering over Tyron Woodley. But Tyron would do the same thing. He like back, you know, he'll take that step back on the right foot, you know, bait him in and then crack him with the right hand. The same thing all the time. I mean, he's a powerful striker once he gets you hurt. He's like a gorilla. He'll goddamn knock your ass. He has some submissions to him too, but boxing, nope.
Nah, hell no. He ain't. Darren Till ain't. Hell no, he ain't fucking with. You know, I wanted to see him go against Wonder Boy again.
That was Wonder Boy issues. Whoever said that was Wonder Boy, because Wonder Boy is the one who set up here and lost to Darren Till. So Wonder Boy would have got a chance to come back in to fight Tyron, but he lost to Darren Till.
Yeah.
Hey,
He's a
that's the
good
fight
dude.
game for you, though. Got to be acting like, that even goes back to what you talking about, your boy hashtag sober up. He talking all around all this, saying acting like, oh, everything is guaranteed. But the way he fighting, I don't even think he's going to make it out of his next 3 fights undefeated
Yeah.
still. I really don't, unless they give him soft serves.
Something.
I'm trying to tell you, man, your boy sloppy, man. He good, but he's sloppy. And then he already shows me he doesn't have that mental acuity to where if he's fucking pressured, he can switch up his game plan. I see him getting into, like you was talking about with the Sean Porter. You take away that knockdown, did he really win the fight?
Yeah, Sean Porter.
I had Sean Porter winning that if he didn't get knocked down.
I'm just saying. And Sean's my guy. Cleveland, stand up. But yeah, Sean won that fight. EJ, why you got a knockdown. Okay, and then that threw you over the top with the carbs. You feel what I'm saying? But did you go out there and dominate? That's what I don't like this dude from a fighting standpoint. Nothing personal, but from a fighting standpoint, because you're making up every excuse. And the reasons are clear, just like I was saying. The reasons are clear. It's like we talking about what you gonna do. What you gonna do when you got somebody who's gonna really do that with you?
Yeah, that's true.
I don't see what the big deal is about people trying to make him greater. They're trying to turn him into a great fighter before he actually earned that status of being great.
Between the traditional,
Yeah, definitely.
Let me ask.
You
ask
already know.
this.
That's my thing with him and Devin. You know what I'm saying? I know you done patched up things with his dad, and ain't no disrespect to him, but it's all good. Like, these cats is like, let them do something. Let them. And then here's the crazy thing: they're telling people you ain't did nothing.
Yeah.
That's why I'm just like, I'm done.
And you probably got more knowledge than Devin Haney fucking dad. So
I mean, but that's his pops, though. You know what I'm saying? So pops gonna keep his arm around his boy as long as
he
forever.
can do
You know
that,
what I'm saying?
but it's a difference between being a dad and a coach. And I understand he loves his son, but he ain't no coach.
Well,
that's why that boy's gonna keep.
It's something you can definitely express to him when you see him, because you know what I'm saying, I done said what I had to say about the dynamic. I never really said anything about him coaching his son. I think somebody else is the head coach right now. I'm more so speak on the competitive level as far as Teofimo Lopez and the position he's in and the position that Devin Haney isn't. That was just my only take on it.
Tio beat up Devin Haney to me.
Tio will beat him the fuck up.
Yeah, beat that boy up. That lead hand is 2 down. He ain't got no power. He ain't ready.
It's a lot of voices out here that's speaking otherwise, man. Like, I'll say the same thing. I always say that I believe, I done said it before, that Tio will stop Devin. He'll stop him. You can't run around forever. You know what I'm saying? You can't run around the ring forever and think that's what you're gonna do and get a unanimous decision. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? And the other dope thing that Tio showed me that he can do is Tio. Maybe it's the machismo, maybe it's that Spanish machismo, or maybe it's that Texas pride. But something about Tio will sit in there and let Devin get something off just to try to sucker him in to stop running. Because he got the beard to take that. And I haven't seen no real power from Devin. So I can see Tio suckering this dude, tricking him in the 3rd round.
Yep. And you ain't never seen Devin Haney get hit and recover from it.
Exactly.
That's true.
And I'm old school. I grew up in the 80s. I don't respect no fighter till I see you hurt. That's why I love me some Hagler, rest in peace. That's why I love Sweet Pea. Somebody would hurt him and then they pay for it.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Tyron Woodley is on his way to the cage. Vicente Luque is already in there. This is gonna be very interesting because what I do know about Luque can box, man. His boxing skills, the work that he put in on Nico Price, he swelled his eye up so bad it stopped the fight. You rarely see that. It wasn't even a cut or nothing. He busted his eye up, had it talking from top and bottom, and
he put an eye on his eye.
Yeah, man, he put an eye on his eye like Shit, that shit was bad. Tyron is on his way to the ring. You know,
How's
he
it
looks
looking?
like Tyron. I can't say what his mindset is or whatever, but he's been here before. He was the champion. He smashed Robbie Lawler in one round. He's been there before. I just need to see what he's looking like if you're saying you're 100%. So if you go in here and you experience the same results again, then you might need to step away. Tyron's 38 years old too, man.
Oh yeah, he gotta hurry it up.
Yeah,
He's
Father
38
Time,
years
though.
old.
Father Time is undefeated.
So I got something I want to show y'all when y'all get done. I think y'all gonna enjoy this shit too.
Yeah,
For those of you
Father
who's
Time
tuned
is
in,
undefeated.
you know, Tyron Woodley is on deck versus Vicente Luque. And next is Francis Ngannou and Stipe Miocic.
Oh yeah, okay,
You know.
cool. Thanks for keeping up the update. I'll just wait to the YouTube when they post it on YouTube to see the fight too. Whether whoever win or lose. But while
Herb Dean with the fighters pre-check.
I'm about to show y'all this while y'all waiting on that. Just so y'all can see. Let me know if y'all can see it.
Get in a little closer. Go on, zooming in a little closer.
Right
There
here.
we Yeah, that's a little better.
So the thing, you know, playing here. So it's tight. Yes, it's right here, here. So here, that's what I want to do it. Right? Again, see, oh, you're only going to do that if you see me do this first. Yeah. Okay? Because those was open for me for that square. You see it? Yeah. So what happens here? Right? Why does that lean to the right? Yeah, this is about to get pushing it right here. Right here. Okay. So it's going to come quick. It's in your, it's here. Now you're going to throw you. So you're going to throw that. You're not going to be that precise. That push, come on. Sit right and tight. That's can be dominate. Dominate. You come back. Okay, so I'm going to keep it here. I'm more safer right here. See, I'm safe. Every time you open up, you wide open. See? Power, you wide open. That's why my whole idea is we fight here, so I want to be here. And right here comes in, I want to be here. See? I want to be here. I get a lot of those opportunities too. Yeah. Then a little Aikido, I don't know what to do. A little Aikido, he throws his jab here. I'm here. I'm back like I'm going to counter punch, and I'm going to lean on his neck line. Oh, yeah, that's all. He can try to punch. I'll let him punch. I ain't even hit him on that. That's gonna hurt. Yeah, go real quick and tight. So you hear this play. So you can play. Yeah, I do it side. Are you coming in? Yeah, you don't want to say at the end of the play. Yes, I said how I make you do it here. Again. You see? Really, you can hit me hard. Yeah, so right in here. This hand, I'm gonna trap this hand. Because my whole idea is then I might let go, we can throw that hand.
Yeah, that's just a little, you know, I don't never share shit, but y'all brothers, you know what I'm saying? And you let me come on your platform, so I didn't mind sharing that with y'all.
That was dope.
Yeah, man. So like I said, and I was just showing y'all so y'all can see, because a lot of these coaches, they can't physically show you shit. But like I said, if you get an MMA fighter that y'all want to improve, whether it's MMA, boxing, my coach is a wrestling champion too. So if y'all want to, like I said, whether it's Woodley or whoever, Gilbert Burns, man, send him my way. He gonna take care of him. I promise you that. You're gonna see some improvements.
But speaking of Woodley, what's Woodley doing? Woodley went to sleep yet?
Now the fight just started, man. They in the clinch. Woodley actually rushed in and got close first to Vicente Luque. So they have a body lock on. Vicente has the underhooks. Tyron Woodley with the inside knees, shoulder thrust by Luque. Just off the cage, little dirty fighting going on, but it's legal. You know what I'm saying? It's legal strikes.
I know I'm gonna sound like a hater right now, but I think I might be right. See, because Tyrone running in and just grabbing him, rushing in to hug him, shows me that he didn't want Vicente to get his reach established because he don't want that chin touch. He doesn't want to box with this boy. Correct. He ran in and got close. He ran and got close to where Vicente cannot even he has no gauge for his range, and they're probably like 2 minutes in the fight already.
Plus he's conserving energy too.
Exactly.
And this
Willie didn't want that. Willie did not want them hands.
No, not yet. Okay, he brushes him off. Woodley sends the right hand as always. Vicente takes it well because it was off the glove. Pretty good defense. He pretty much understand. Tyron back on the hips again, stuffed by Vicente. The fighters lock up once again in the center of the cage, man. Just soft knees on the inside. Nothing serious. A lot of shoulder thrust from Luque. They're uncomfortable. They're not anything to knock you out. They are uncomfortable, though. If you don't know how to work your head placement when you're on the inside. So Tyron Woodley is going back to the old Tyron Woodley, where he used to just try to wrestle all the time when people was booing his ass.
Yeah,
so they're up against the cage. 2:35 remaining in the first round. Tyron's up against the cage again. Very minimal action is going on as far as mixed martial arts strikes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's probably gonna lose by decision.
Yep.
It's just the first round, though. It's just the first round. Let's see what Tyron has after this. Oh, he hurt. He hit Luque and made him wobble a little bit. Tyron has power now. Now he's trying to load up on the damn right. Oh, he cracked Tyron. Tyron's hurt.
What I tell you, go to bed.
Tyron's hurt.
It's done.
Oh, Tyron's hurt.
Done.
Tyron's hurt. Swinging for the fences. He's about to get knocked out. The ref is stand close. The ref is stand close. Tyron's trying to hold on. He's hurt bad.
Let go, Tyron.
Tyron lands a right hand off the cage. Briefly gets some air. Tyron's trying to survive. He's hurt bad. Luque is still the more. Luque comes in with a flying knee. Man, bad deal. Now he's gonna try to sink in a Darce choke. Tyron dropped to his knees, and now Luque is trying to put in sub him out. He might get out, or Tyron might just quit. I'll have to see what his position is. Now he's trying to lock in Luque's leg so to relieve the pressure of the choke. It's in tight. Tyron taps.
What I say? That man ran in. You said the fight started, and Tyron Woodley. Think about what you said. Tyron Woodley rushed out of his corner to hug this man.
I heard you. I ain't disagreeing with it. I'm on board.
I knew it was going to happen. Ooh, that man better retire. He's done. I'm sorry. I love this man. Give his flowers, great former champion, but no, you're no longer relevant, and these boys going to hurt you. I don't want to see you get hurt out here.
William say those wars take effect on the body and mind. Absolutely they do. Damn, that fight was over quick. The main event is over already. Winner for Vicente Luque in the first round.
Yeah.
Tyron winds up. So I'm talking about he brings his freaking power hand all the way to his waist. He brings it that far back to try to land the power punch, man.
Yeah. It's like I don't even trust him no more. He just you don't know what you're gonna get from him.
Look, we smoke bad, man. Too. Look, hey, look, here go Tyron Woodley's career right here.
Yeah, what career shit.
Love my guy. I love you, Tyron, man. But yeah, man, that we didn't need to see that. I knew he was gonna lose, but when you said he rushed out, that's why I got so hyped. I'm like, he's gonna lose early. This man gonna lay it down early. He was already nervous, and he's so nervous about them hands. He rushed in and hugged this man instead of fighting his fight. Let that man establish some range. Establish your range too. Shit.
Yeah.
That was disappointing, man. He's done.
You can tell these coaches ain't teaching us.
White writing up his papers right now. Cut.
right now.
You know, he finna say
Man, he had
something
him written up
conference.
2 weeks ago. He had him written up 2 weeks ago. He just sent the text to his assistant to go on and print them out.
Yeah, you're right, dog. He said, print those papers out so we can give them to Tyron before he leaves the
What's the
arena
guy
tonight.
name he just lost to?
Man, that's bad, man. I mean, I'm not trying to laugh at that man's demise, man, but damn, it sucks when a story writes itself, right?
Yeah, man, you're right. That shit did happen.
What's the name of the guy that he just lost to? What's the name of the guy that beat him?
His name's Vicente Luque.
So he lost to Luque,
Yeah, Vicente Luque.
Burns, Usman, and Covington. Yeah, it's time to wrap it up.
Yeah, pack it up and take it to go, Tyron.
He lost to Kamar Usman, Kobe Covington, Gilbert Burns, and now Vicente Luque.
Vicente Luque. Yeah, he done.
Yeah.
That's a 4-fight loser.
He can't even get. Yeah, and it's all been in a streak pretty much. He hasn't had a win since Darren Till, and so yeah, man, he's not even a viable gatekeeper. Why would if put yourself in Dana White? If you already don't like this dude, Dana White has all the legitimate reasons now to go ahead and drop him off on the side of the road. You can't even call it racism now. It's good business. I mean, we all know what it's really about, but you went in there and got your ass whooped 5 times in a row.
Yeah, he's done now. You know, he's done.
Yeah,
he's done. Goddamn, Dana White has an Uber out there waiting on him.
Get your ass on the airport.
He ain't got no
Tyron,
Uber.
no, don't go back to the locker room. All your stuff has been packed up. It's in the Uber. Let's go.
He giving his last check. Get your little 400,000. Get out my fucking face.
Man, he ain't getting no Uber. He getting him one of them local $10 Howard cabs. You know what I'm saying? What city they in right now? What city this fight happening in? Vegas?
They might be at the Apex Center, man. That's Vegas.
Yeah, man. He ain't getting him no Uber. He ain't getting him no Uber. He giving him the local cab. You feel what I'm saying? Bags are already in the trunk. Dude's gonna go into his locker room and he's gonna just see a note and, like he said, a check. It might not even be a check. It's gonna be a paper receipt of a wire transfer that's already in his account. We're done. I'm talking about as soon as Tyron tapped, I bet you if they put the camera on Dana White, you seen him in his phone typing.
Yeah.
You say Dana White has already pressed send on the wire transfer, huh?
Man,
hey,
take your money
Dana
and
White,
go. We're done.
Dana White already had it set up before he lost.
Exactly.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, you remember that shit in like Star Wars? You know what I'm saying? He did him like the Emperor in Star Wars. Execute Order 66. Motherfucking shit was already lined up. Motherfucking Tyron Woodley's trainers already bounced on him. Old lady probably blocked his phone. Dana White already had it set up. He is planning this. You know Dana White petty, man. You know he petty as hell. Dana White already got a couple ghost accounts where he's trolling them on Instagram.
You ain't never lied. That shit looking bad for Tyron Woodley, man.
Jokes and jokes. You know Dana going in. You know Dana right now. I can't wait till the post-conference fight because you're going to see Dana try to be so professional with that smug, shit-eating grin on his face. Especially when Tyron's sitting there. Was Tyron lumpy? Was he lumpy?
No, he wasn't lumpy. He didn't take too much, punishment at the end of the day.
Okay, that's at least good. Because I was about to say, during the post-conference interviews, if Tyron talks, I want somebody to pan that camera over at Dana, and you're gonna see Dana just looking at him like,
What y'all think about Israel? Y'all think he gonna get back? He gonna come back just winning and stay at middleweight?
Yeah, he got to stay at middleweight because he's too small for light heavy, man.
Yeah, he don't need it.
I mean, Izzy, I like what he was doing. He was trying to do something different to be great, whatever you want to call it. That's what he was trying to do. Along with that, he has a little bit too much arrogance to understand he hasn't worked hard enough to go in there and fuck up a Juan Blachowicz or John Jones. John Jones will fuck Israel Adesanya up, period.
I don't even think he can beat Daniel Cormier.
Nah. Honestly, I'm glad Izzy lost because I didn't want to see the John Jones Izzy talk get any more gas or traction because I'm with Scott. It was like, no, that's not a good fight. That you just basically put a, you know what I'm saying? You just basically just giving John Jones a soft serve.
John Jones.
You feel what I'm saying? Because you're giving him a name. You're giving him a name. Because there's nothing against Israel Adesanya, but Israel Adesanya in the ring, in the octagon with John Jones, that's just another name to add to John Jones's legacy. That's not a fight.
Yep.
Because everything that Izzy does, John does two things that nullifies that. The thing that Izzy uses his reach. John Jones got longer reach and uses his reach more effectively. Izzy's got speed. John Jones got speed and angles.
And John Jones' ground game is much more advanced than Izzy.
Oh, we wasn't even going to talk about the ground. As soon as they go to the ground, Izzy done. Izzy ain't going to be trying to dry hump John Jones.
Hell no. John Jones might return the favor to him.
Exactly. Izzy gonna have his legs in the air. Izzy gonna be screaming help. You know how I feel about Cocaine Jones, but I will not take nothing away from him. In the octagon, man, leave that man alone. You better get the strap.
Yeah. I want him to fight Francis. If Francis win or lose against Stipe, I want him to fight Francis.
No, John got the winner. Period.
Yeah, I know.
Fight.
I know.
Only thing about that is, only thing about that is, I would rather see John versus Stipe because watching John versus Francis is just seeing if Francis can catch John. That's the only question of that fight. Because now you want to see how John Jones is really going to do if he gets smacked. Like, he's fought a couple, cats who saying were known knockout artists, but no, somebody like Francis, who even when Francis was trash and still very raw, everybody acknowledged that you can't let this man touch you. And so that's not really a question because I think John Jones has answered that too many times in his career. You know what he's going to do. Leg kick, little hand fighting to make you think you're getting range. And as soon as you load up, what he's doing is watching for your chest muscle. As soon as he sees your chest muscles tense, he's going to leg kick, you know what I'm saying? A little front kick, jab to the stomach, jab to the throat, elbow. You know what I'm saying? He's just going to keep you awkward and keep you second guessing. And we already see that that's how Stipe beats Francis. So I know John Jones will do that. That man made a living doing that to people. I'm so disgusted with fighters in MMA. Still to this day, you do the hand fighting thing with John Jones where y'all sitting there trying to play patty cake and shit, knowing good and damn well that's all this tall motherfucker's doing is just using his range. You feel what I'm saying? To get you to extend your arms and jump in his wheelhouse, not understanding that he's so long and quick, all he's got to do is take a half step or just lunge forward like with his hips or knees. And you're right there in his sweet spot for his punches or elbows, like how he did with your boy Sugar.
Yeah, I love that step-in elbow he was using on Sugar, man.
Oh my God, he did it like 5 times in a row.
And Sugar up there looking like he was fascinated. Do it again, John. Do it again.
Yeah. Yo, that's funny you said that because that's exactly what we were saying at the bar when we was watching that. Like, does he like this? Is he like, yes, sir, may I have another? What is you doing, bro? Stop playing patty cake.
Yeah, man. I was like, damn. Move, Rashad. What's going on, man?
He got in there and sparred that nigga John Jones and thought because he's hung with him and sparring, he can beat him in a real fight.
You
And
go.
didn't go with plan.
There you go. That was it.
And he don't even understand the high psychology of fighters like that. You know what I'm saying? When you spar with somebody that you know or you feel that you might see again, you might keep something to yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You don't believe me? You know what I'm saying? Ask your boy, Scott. Ask your boy. I know you probably didn't bring this up, but ask Roy next time you talk to him how he really felt when he fought Tarver.
Which time though? Which time?
Both times. Because Tarver knew him, but he didn't see how much Tarver had improved, as well as Tarver wasn't showing him all that shit when Tarver was young and they used to start training together.
Well, he beat Tarver the first time. Second one, Tarver knocked him out, and then the third, Tarver beat him via decision. They fought 3 times.
Right, right. That's what I'm saying. And the first time, everyone was like, "Oh, Tarver kind of won," but no, Roy won, and then they had to run it back because it was all that controversy. Because everybody wasn't expecting Tarver to hang with him, but I said, "Hold on, wait a minute. This man knows Roy, and he knew that he was going to eventually have to fight Roy. If this man's smart enough, he held something back."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, Scott?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you ever did, like, you know, you say you did martial arts and stuff like that. So if you was in tournaments and stuff and you knew you was probably going to see it, you probably didn't do too much of this in the gym around this cat.
Yep.
Always keep it basic with the niggas. Always.
I want to let you know that I am fast. I want to let you know that I am strong, but I ain't going to let you know that I'm ambidextrous.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I might even do some goofy shit where, you know what I'm saying, I'll only let you see the lefty, or, you know what I'm saying, I'll keep my stance a little bit wide because I'm working on different things when I'm sparring you.
Yeah.
You don't get that. You know, you're sparring me trying to see whether, you know what I'm saying, trying to gauge whether or not you can fuck with me, and you're not seeing that, no, I'm fucking with you because I'm working on something else.
Yep. And that's why that's exactly why Devin Haney, he can't. I don't see him. I don't think he could beat Tank, Shakur Stevenson, T.O., none of those guys.
Nah, but I want to see Shakur and T.O. Shakur and T.O. would be good for the culture, man.
Yeah, that'd be a good one. Shakur is he's pretty decent.
I just think they'll do it.
Francis about to enter the cage.
All right.
Yes.
Looking like 275.
He should have cut down. He doing the Brock Lesnar syndrome, being too big.
275?
No, I say he looked big.
I think he went in at 250. They said he was 29 pounds bigger than
263.
How big?
263.
Wow, he cut 2. This dude's an idiot. They're gonna start off slow. I can see him. Yeah.
I don't think so.
You think Stipe gonna come out?
Stipe ain't trying to stay in there too long. He don't have to, Francis.
Thank you. Y'all don't know, man. Listen. I'm not just saying that because that man, you know what I'm saying, he's from Ohio. Well, he's actually from whatever country, but he's a Cleveland guy. Stipe's coming out to work this dude. Stipe been the champ. Stipe sick of everybody overlooking him the champ. Stipe been the man. Stipe's humble, but Stipe about tired of every time he fights, he's damn near the underdog in people's minds.
And Francis is huge, man. Like he been lifting motherfucking whole motherfucking elk and moose and shit. He need to stay off the weights, man. This dude is just bulked up.
That's his downfall. Cut down. Quit trying to be the big man all the time. That's why Brock Lesnar lost.
Yeah.
I used to love fighting them big muscle dudes with no necks because when you got all them big ass arms and everything like that, it's harder for your punches to truly come straight.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're going to loop your punches. You got all that muscle. It's going to telegraph.
Deshaun said, in the arms of the angel. We have gathered here today to pay respect to the extraordinary career of Tyron Woodley. May he rest on a beach house somewhere in the distance.
Yes, sir. Amen. Tyrone, take your ass on, sit your black ass down.
Stipe
I don't
is
want to
on
see
his
you
way.
in
He
an
looks
octagon.
comfortable, man. Stipe looks comfortable going into this damn ring. Like he's been here before. I'm going for Stipe anyway. I just don't believe that Francis Ngannou has the cage IQ, nor does he have the experience on the championship level to fuck Stipe up.
Agreed.
Hey, Scott, I'm gonna go on a limb on this. And I'm gonna set this up for a future bet with you.
All right.
Depending on how Stipe wins this, Stipe will whoop John Jones' ass, probably put him to sleep. Stipe's trying to prove a point. I'm just trying to let you know something. I was hearing some words from some
a heavy
motherfuckers.
statement. That's a heavy statement.
Oh, yeah. You kind of don't see it.
No, I'm trying to tell you, Stipe. If John Jones got the mandatory, and depending on how Stipe wins this, if Stipe does what they have told, what I found out about 2 weeks ago, talking to some motherfuckers up, you know what I'm saying, up by the lake. You dig what I'm saying? If Stipe's really on what he's on. But Stipe, you got to understand in this culture and how he is just as a person, he's going to keep his humble poker face. If Stipe's on what he's on.
He looks in tremendous shape, man. Damn.
He looks good.
Stipe
looking good, like they said.
Man.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, these people told me Stipe's on some Goku. They said Stipe's on his Goku bullshit.
Yeah, but I you know, it with Francis and Jones is two different people. Francis is
way too different. No, way too different. But I'm just talking about. I know what this dude's mind state is. So if he goes in there and he dominates, like they said that, you know what I'm saying, he wants to do. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about make it real quick.
Even if he dominates, he still ain't gonna beat Jones. I don't think so. That one.
I heard some whispers that he was already training for him, but he wasn't trying to overlook Francis, but he's already training for doing something different, like, you know, shit we talk about people need to do with Jones. Like, you know what I'm saying? He's already working on goofy shit. That's what I'm trying to get at. I ain't trying to, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to let out no secrets, but I had a weird conversation where I was like, yeah, just talking about this fight, and these motherfuckers was like, y'all don't feel me. Stipe ready.
We'll see how he come out the gate. Because a part of me believes that Francis Ngannou, does he feel safe with staying out there to, you know, keep it on the feet early, or does he believe he want to try to get in close and work on those takedowns Dewey Cooper was talking about, you know, in the interview? We don't know, but I can tell you this. Stipe looks sharp. I mean, he looks in shape, man. He looks like he's ready to rock and roll, man. Francis Ngannou just looked like he's ready to go to an NPC goddamn open class bodybuilding contest representing Nigeria.
You know what I'm saying? Just break out the baby oil and shit.
Next contestant on the stage at 263 pounds is Francis Ngannou. Double bicep, please.
You know what I'm saying? That's Big Frankie. That's Big Frank.
Stipe's hair is all kind of, you know, he's all frizzy up in the front, like he got that fight look, man, that underground fight look to him. We'll see. What you said, Mike. We'll see, man.
I want to know. That's why I said it all depends on what happens. That's why I just wanted to tap in. I didn't want to pay for it, but I was like, I know Scotty doing something. Let me tap in real quick because these people got me hyped. They said Stipe is trying to prove points.
Yeah, but they always got certain fighters though.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like these are people who affiliate with him personally, to where I don't know if they just rooting for their boy.
Yeah, they are, because they don't know what John Jones is capable of, and Stipe can't prepare for a high IQ fighter like that. He ain't never fought nobody like Jones. He always fought guys that are just one-hit power hitters or big sluggers.
Well, not to try to gas this man up and put him on a pedestal he doesn't deserve to be on, but nobody fights a fighter like John Jones until you fight John Jones.
He could at least went to 205 and fought Israel somewhat kind of want to be like Jones or somebody. Or some technical heavyweight, but he ain't ready.
I can tell you who don't beat up who doesn't beat Stipe Miocic either is Israel Adesanya.
Hell no. Of course. He was sneak that boy. He gonna knock Israel Adesanya next month, bro. He ain't ready.
He's gonna box Izzy's ears off, man. He just don't know what that heavyweight division looking like.
And if Israel,
man, he's just gonna he's gonna do the leg kick overhand, and even if Izzy checks it and blocks the punch, Izzy's gonna feel a difference in weight and power. That'll change this man's religion.
Beginning of round 1. On the way. Let's see who makes the first move to the center.
I think Francis
this is too much muscle, man. This nigga, if he makes it to the second round, they're gonna have to bring in a defibrillator for real.
Yeah, he roided
That's
up.
twitch muscles.
They're gonna have to resuscitate this motherfucker for real. First round is underway. Let's get it.
All right, let's see.
Francis just standing in one spot. Stipe is moving around already.
Yeah, he gonna do a Yoel Romero.
See, he's just waiting. Francis waiting for that right hand to throw that right hand.
Yeah, because he can't prepare.
Nice outside leg kick. He going to the leg kicks early. Got it. Come on, big guy. That's one outside leg kick. Can you land another one?
Nope.
And the fight's over.
A lot of fang. Okay. 1-2 combination. He's trying to go to the body. Oh man, he just kicked Mike. Man, he really needs to just chill on that. It looked like he was trying to kick motherfucking field goal for the Atlanta Falcons, man. Oh man.
Wrong sport, nigga. Wrong sport.
I told you
he's trying to do too much. I can see what Dewey Cooper was teaching him. He's trying, but his form is jacked for real.
Yeah, form is horrible. Piss poor defense. Piss poor basics.
Oh, he landed the right hand on Stipe. Stipe took it fairly well.
And see, if you can get around that power, that nigga ain't nothing.
Now let's wait till he feels what Stipe can do.
Yeah, it's gonna be over.
Stipe taking his time in the first round. He's taking his time. Oh, Stipe in on a single deep. What can Francis do with it? This would be big if he's able to stuff it. Okay, good jobs. Back on the hips, heavy on the hips, stacked him. Partial back control. Oh, Francis with the takedown. Good shit.
Yo.
Heavy punches from the top. He's landing heavy punches from the top. Francis goes back for the takedown. Stipe stuffed that one. Stipe stuffed that tuck down. He said, "Nah, motherfucker, calm your ass down. Calm your punk ass down. You ain't getting 2 takedowns in a row, goddammit."
We ain't gonna do all that.
Okay.
So that boy relax.
Oh, that took some energy out of Francis. Look at him. Mouth, lip dragging, hitting, dragging. This dude tried a motherfucking high kick.
Stipe ain't gonna probably.
Francis tried a high kick.
A motherfucking high kick, dog. Oh my God.
Drug test this man.
Yeah.
Look, Stipe is looking. I mean, Francis tried a high kick, and Stipe just. I know he want to laugh. He was like, "What the fuck did he just do, man?"
He can't kick. Dewey Cooper is not a good trainer, bro. He shouldn't have went to him.
I was kind of surprised to see Dewey Cooper training him. I was surprised.
Dewey Cooper sucked as a professional kickboxer.
Hey, they might take him for his knowledge, bro. You know what I'm saying? They just posture right now. It's a 5-round fight. Minute 40 remaining in the first round. Stipe with an inside leg kick. No real damage. Stipe hasn't really let his hands go.
Nah, he's waiting him out because he know that man gonna get tired and he gonna come in. It's still early in the rounds. Francis probably gonna get there because he got that takedown. Each takedown was worth 2 points, and the strike is worth 1. So he might, Francis might get that first round.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Stipe attempted that first single leg, and he just couldn't get it. Francis, strong hips, big dude. Still, they dry and all that. So, Francis was able to reverse it and get his own takedown, briefly. But besides that, Stipe is just taking his first round off right now. He ain't doing too much of nothing. Stipe was landing some hard shots, from the partial back control he had. But another outside leg kick from Francis Ngannou lands.
He probably gonna start adding up points with them, getting their legs tired.
Stipe is really, Stipe is setting this man up for failure, dog. Like, he ain't doing shit right now. He's just letting Francis be all anxious and freaking tight and say, I know he's about to throw something. I know it. He ain't doing shit. There's goddamn 12 seconds remaining in the first round. Okay, teep kick up the middle. He attempted the teep. It was way off, though, but he tried.
Yeah.
Okay, another outside kick to land on the finish the round. So far he has 3 outside leg kicks, and he was able to get the takedown and land some punches. And Stipe Miocic doesn't seem too worried about nothing.
Second or third round, Stipe gonna step it up.
Yeah, it's a 5-round fight, man. 5 minutes. Absolutely.
Yeah. Because he already seen what Francis ain't got nothing to offer. Bad posture, bad form.
What's going on, Trick Note in the building? What's good? We're in the main event. I mean, I like how Stipe just gave up on the single leg when he starts to, press down on his hips and stack him heavy. He just gave up, just like, hey, I'm not going to use up too much strength trying to get this single. Let him do what he got to do. You want to throw high kicks? Throw high kicks.
Watch out. He gonna try to do a spin. He gonna try to do a roundhouse next.
I'm curious. Stipe looked like he had something up his motherfucking up his sleeve, man. Because Francis, he looks fluent early. All the damn foot feints he's doing. He's trying something different. I give him that. He's anxious. Another outside leg kick. Stipe with the 1-2 combination. Light left hand land. Okay, I like how Stipe did that. He stepped out to his left and tried to go for that left hook on Francis. Just barely missed it. Oh, he knocked Stipe down. Oh, shit. Can Stipe survive? Hard shots by Francis. Oh, hard shots. Oh, he knocked Stipe cold. He knocked him the fuck out. Done.
Well, he overlooked him. He overlooked him.
He knocked him. It's legit. He knocked Stipe out. It's legit. He's the champion.
Oh, it's over.
There you go. Good job. Way to go. Shout out Nigeria.
I knew he wasn't on. I knew they was overhyping that boy. I knew they was overhyping him. I wanted to see Jones and Francis anyway.
Of course they want to see Francis and Jones. Of course. Jones need to be, Jones have much more striking than damn Stipe now. But I'm happy for Francis to win this belt though. I ain't gonna lie. I'm happy he won.
Yeah,
I'm happy. Yeah, I'm happy, man. Shout out Nigeria. Let's go.
I was telling them earlier. I think I was telling Terrence. Yeah, he been knocked out before, man. He's been knocked out, so it's not like he can't get knocked out again.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has.
Caught him with that left hand, pressed him up against the cage. He almost survived. He tried to come back with the right. Boom, that counter left hand. Done. Over. He stunned Francis too. Francis off instinct when Stipe was trying to come back in and land another shot. Francis just threw that damn left, man. Call him on the chin. Over.
And that's what I like about Francis right there. What'd you say? He did it off instinct because Stipe hurt him. Instinct. And then, that's what's on that real fighter shit where, let's see what you do when you're hurt. When is Devin or when has Errol ever been pressed? The hell they talking about?
With who?
Devin or Errol or whoever the hell, all these other little, when they really been pressed.
Yep.
Now I seen Crawford get tipped and almost knocked down and fight out of it. I ain't never seen Chris get.
Hey Nick, yeah, Stipe, he got blazed straight up. He was blazed tonight.
Put him in the air. Put him in the air.
All right, Francis versus Jones. Let's go.
Let's go. Can we get it by
on the spin cycle tonight? He put him on the spin cycle like it was easy.
Now, can we get that before the end of the year?
That's possible. It's enough time. It's only March. It's enough time to get that by the end of the year now.
Can we get that? People need that. Come on,
Look,
Dana.
I'm on my Twitter right now. I'm on my Twitter right now because I'm waiting for John Jones to send his first tweet. I know he's gonna do it. He's gonna send out his first tweet.
Dana's already in his phone with his, with his minions talking about execute order 62.
Hey, you on IG too, bro?
Yeah, World Combat Sports. Yeah, I'm
gonna follow. I'm gonna follow you too.
That belt looked good, though. I'm glad Francis was able to do it. That's the first time I ever seen the man crack a smile. But you have Kamaru Usman, Israel Adesanya, and Francis Ngannou. The Africans have invaded the damn male weight class.
The Nigerian invasion. Way to go. That's what I'm saying. Shout out to Nigeria. The Nigerian invasion is complete because even though Israel lost, I don't think he lost his belt, did he?
Nah, he only lost him. He didn't lose a middleweight, only light heavy.
No,
he didn't
lose his belt to the light heavyweight. No, hell no.
Okay, so he got his, like you said, he got his belt. Kumar got the belt, and now Francis got the belt. Nigeria, stand up.
Yeah, Nigeria is gonna be on the cover of the magazines and shit right now because you rarely see something like this. You know what I'm saying? He got the strap, he got the weight. He did it. He knocked his ass out. He's legit. He was world champ. He's legit for real.
Oh man, that's good. I now
back to what Michael was saying earlier about what was Stipe working on again? He was working on how to make weed win.
Yeah, he was good. That's what they were saying, and so that's what I'm saying. I got jokes. Trust me, I got jokes.
He's gonna knock out John Jones in what, a virtual setting?
Exactly. No, he ain't. That's what I'm saying. And that's why I said as soon as you said he got knocked down and the fight was over, I was like, oh, he must have been overlooking Francis. He must have been working on too much of his other shit instead of motherfucking worrying about Francis coming in there weighing 263.
I was waiting for him to get off, man. He was smart though. He was trying to set Francis up, but he hit him with that left hand. He was just much stronger.
Yeah.
That's why he was hitting them weights then. You know what I'm saying? Maybe them weights have paid off for him this time.
I'm curious to see what John Jones, what he's gonna look like in this, man, because he's a much more dynamic striker. So
I need to figure out how to get in contact with him.
Francis did what Francis has done before. He landed punches.
Yeah. I gotta figure out a way to get in contact with Jones, bro.
Go on his IG, follow him.
No,
I hit a lot of these fighters up on their IG before I even end up getting the contact, man. Like,
he ain't gonna reply to me on this IG because hella people are already talking to him.
I mean, you never know though, man. Certain motherfuckers be like that. You'll catch them and they'll actually hit you back. Believe it or not, certain motherfuckers like that, they really ain't got too much shit going on. He just working out and chilling with his kids. Where you know what I'm saying? Depending, especially if it's not no random shit. You know what I'm saying? You just send him a hey, boopty boop. He might be like, all right, boom, follow you back and whatever, and eventually hit you up if it happens.
Well, you said I gotta DM him.
I mean, you approach it how. I mean, I'm just saying. I know I've met weird celebrities who you would think, oh man, how'd you meet them through this social shit and everything like that? No, I caught him one of them bored moments where the nigga actually was on his damn thing and responded to whatever I fucking said.
Oh, okay.
You never know, especially if you're talking that insight and you're talking that crazy. You you're talking the fight game. He a student of the game. He might say something that perk up his ears.
I got to get in contact with his coach because if it'd probably be better that way. I'm gonna figure it out because I want him to beat Francis. Congratulations on Francis, by the way. But I don't see him
Yo,
whooping
man, salute to
Jones.
Francis.
Yeah, absolutely.
I almost want Francis to hold this belt for a minute, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit, fuck Stipe. Let Francis knock out Jones or whatever like that, or just beat Jones and just stay relevant. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like Francis's journey because Francis came into the game so raw. He was just a dude with a powerful overhand right. And as much as we laughed at him, he got this win getting leg kicks. He even tried a fucking a head kick and a backflip or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he's showing that he's growing and getting range. You know what I'm saying? And showing more range to his you know what I'm saying, to his skill set. And that's showing a commitment to developing his art form. He deserves to be champion.
He does, man. He came from the mud, man. That man still go back. Let me see what he has to say right quick. I can't even play Joe Rogan's voice, man, because they be copywriting your shit and copy striking it, man. It's just pitiful. UFC got their shit on lock. Damn. You got damn.
As I said, man, Dana like the Emperor in Star Wars, man. He got minions everywhere.
And you got your shit on all outside of mute, and they hear it. Copyright strike. UFC shut it down. Video's been blocked. I'm trying to see. Damn, you know,
yeah.
I'm looking for. Hey, you know the UFC 261 is gonna be fire too, bro.
Oh, who's fighting on that one?
Man, let me tell you, Kamaru Usman.
Okay.
Kamaru Usman is defending his belt.
Boo. Boo.
Once again, man. Kamaru Usman is defending his belt, bro.
I like Usman.
You know who he's defending against? This might pep you up, bro.
Man, he the most boringest fighter since Tyron Woodley.
Jorge Masvidal, man. He's fighting Jorge on the full camp.
He finna beat on it. Jorge Masvidal.
He got a full camp this time, Jorge.
Jorge gonna still get beat on.
Then, co-main event, my girl Valentina Shevchenko is fighting Jessica Andrade.
That's my. Oh yeah, she finna smoke Jessica.
And then the third championship, we got Thug Rose Namajunas fighting the newly crowned Chinese champion, Zhang Weili.
I got Zhang Weili on that one.
Wow.
You think Nunez gonna lose finally?
Huh?
I got Nunez all day.
Wait, you said
you think Nunez gonna lose?
Wait, who is she? You said Nunez?
No, I said Thug Rose Namajunas, not Nunez.
Nah, not Nunez.
Oh, okay.
Namajunas.
I got Zhang Li because Nunez got slammed by that other muscle bound girl, and she
Jessica Andrade.
Yeah, she couldn't recover from that.
But still, dog, she just held on to the body lock too long, man.
Yeah,
she came back and avenged that. She beat her.
That Asian girl, tough. She could take punches. She took hella punches from Joanna. Yeah, Rose Namajunas don't never really get hit like that, so I'm gonna roll with Zhang Li on that one.
Okay.
Plus, she be training with Sanchai. That's one of my favorite Thai fighters, Sanchai. That dude's so cold. He go to the UFC. He had the coldest stand up.
That's good. That's good shit.
Yeah,
my girl Thug Rose, man.
Yeah,
Styles makes fights, man. And Thug Rose was actually having success with Jessica Andrade with a punching before they locked up and start, you know, kind of grappling and jockeying for position. And when she picked up Rose should have let go of the body lock, but she didn't. That's why she was knocked out. But then again, she came back and fought Jessica Andrade in the rematch and beat her. Now Jessica Andrade, she leaves the strawweight division 115 and goes up to 125. She's about to fight Valentina Shevchenko, the champion up there.
Valentina Shevchenko gonna beat on her.
Shevchenko's gonna dog Jessica
I
Andrade.
don't see Shevchenko losing no more. I thought she got played against Nunes.
I thought she won the rematch against Nunez.
Yeah, they
I
played
thought
her.
she won 135.
Yeah,
Mitch said Zhang too strong for Thug Rose. I'm telling you, y'all.
yeah, she is.
I'm telling you, Mitch. She got some for her.
Yeah, but Thug Rose been out too long. When was her last fight?
Nah, man, she's been active, bro.
When was her last fight?
I'm gonna show you right quick, man. I'm gonna show you right quick.
I must have didn't see that shit.
Cause y'all just sleeping on my girl, man. That's just
No, she raw, but I just
man. We have this distinct, distant relationship. I have to defend.
that Asian girl, bro. Do you know who Sanchai is?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, Sanchai is that guy, bro.
Let me see.
That's what's up, though. I'm glad Francis won.
Yeah, man, and he did it quick too. He did it the quick way.
So
Rose
Wasn't no
Namajunas
long,
last
epic,
fight.
controversial, whatever.
Rose
Yeah.
Namajunas last fight was a win over Jessica Andrade, July 2020.
I didn't see that. That's crazy. I'm gonna check it out.
She avenged her loss.
Okay.
But the two big wins that Zhang Weili has had, the Chinese world champion, is she defeated Jessica Andrade for the title.
And Jacek.
Man, Joanna Jacek, I mean, you know, for some reason, she's gotten what, 4 title shots or whatever since losing, but she defeated Jessica Andrade. Then she fought Young Jacek. Then
Valentina Shevchenko beat her ass.
who?
Valentina Shevchenko, she beat on Joanna Jacek.
Yeah, but she Valentina fought Young Jacek before she went down and fought the Zhang Weili. It's just crazy, man.
Hey,
They gave that girl all the damn time to become champion again.
Hey, brothers, I gotta go ahead and get up out of here, man. I'm glad Francis won. Oh, when I bump into those niggas from Cleveland, I got jokes. Oh, and I gotta see them in about another week. I got so many jokes. Oh, you have no idea. No, they was thinking, man, they had me almost convinced. I was like, word? And they was like, nah, you didn't understand, man. I see now, but you know, Stipe's still my guy. All right, man. Hey, y'all have a great night. Y'all be blessed.
Salute to you,
be
big
good,
dog.
be good at
Appreciate
it.
you pulling up, OG.
All right, man.
All right, yeah, Scott, yeah, check your thing, man. Check that thing. I sent you a little something.
I appreciate your support, bro.
You already know, man. All right, yeah, I'm out.
Thanks.
Peace.
All right, then. Peace, man. Yeah, man, that was a pretty decent card. It went by a little bit slower than I thought, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure out a way to get in contact with some of these fighters so they can get that next level trainer. I really want to get in contact with Lomachenko because I want him to rematch Tio. Tio ain't gonna do that.
Good luck with that.
Nah,
Hit. I don't know who you can call for Sil Lomachenko. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, you can't get in contact with them.
But I'm about to roll up out of here. I'm gonna be closing. You know, hit me on IG, man. We'll have to communicate about whenever I'm in California again, man.
Yeah, I'm about to add you right now. Mine is pristine, so I'm gonna follow you right now. I'll message you and let you know it's me.
All right, for sure.
All right, man. Later.
All right, man. Take it easy, bro.
Later.
Well, there you have it, man. Sean O'Malley stops Thomas Almeida. He's able to move forward in the bantamweight division. And then in the co-main event, Tyron Woodley was subbed out, submitted by Vicente Luque, which, you know, it's the reason why Tyron Woodley was trying to get close early in the fight. But he ended up losing, which that's his third. I mean, that's his fourth straight loss. So I'm not sure where his career would travel from now. And the main event, you know, Stipe Miocic, Francis Ngannou. You know, congrats to Francis Ngannou. I can't take anything away from his win. It was solid. It was precise, strict, and he got the job done in the worst way via stoppage. So, you know, I'm not sure how long he's going to reign, but it is a fighter by the name of John Jones out there that is supposed to fight the winner. And he's probably looking at the bulk and the patience, you know, that he executed in this fight with Stipe Miocic. He did look improved. You know, he was able to get that knockdown. So it's going to be very, very entertaining to see two tall, rangy strikers in the heavyweight division, to see John Jones' first fight in the heavyweight division, and see what happens. See if Francis Ngannou can be the first man to ever defeat John Jones in the cage. You know what I'm saying? That's something Francis Ngannou don't have to worry about anymore. Francis has been defeated already, but he avenged his defeat tonight via knockout. Congrats to Francis Ngannou doing what he had to do. I got it. But I'm going to tell you, that 261 card they showing right now, promo, that's going to be the fire. You got Jorge Masvidal and Kamaru Usman, Valentina Shevchenko and Jessica Andrade. And the third championship, you have Thug Rose Namajunas going in there against the one and only Shane Wiley. It's going to be nice. There's going to be a nice UFC 261. I'm definitely going to put time to moderate the fight card much better, but appreciate having the fellas on talking about martial arts, talking about combat sports in general. Till does Loma worse the second time around. I agree if they ever come to a reasonable, you know what I'm saying, a reasonable handshake to do it again in a rematch. I don't know. It's a lot of disrespect there, and I kind of know why they should have it though, because I remember the commotion breaking out about that situation right there, because I'd be everywhere around there. I remember the situation breaking out where T.O.'s dad was getting on Lomachenko's people for him not wanting to shake his hand and treat him like shit. I remember that outburst, you know, and the shit he was talking about, because you can always know when he's talking. So that's legit. You know, Lomachenko didn't want to show him no love. He was acting arrogant and shit, and his father took it personal. So they're like, fuck it. Somehow, some way, Lomachenko said, I don't want to go in this with a rematch. I'm good. I'm gonna beat you. You easy. I'm gonna make sure of that. And it didn't happen. Now, if it's indeed true, he faces Nakatani, that would be great. That would be great. But the mixed martial arts is going on in UFC, man. The way they're putting on these championship trifectas, it really does a lot for the interest of the fight fans. You have the fourth defense of Kamaru Usman on stage to face Jorge Masvidal. This is going to be epic. You're going to have the Bullet, arguably the best flyweight women's champion there will be. I don't see anybody throwing at her. I don't see it. And then they're gonna keep on recycling until somebody new comes on to the scene and say, I want to fight Valentina Shevchenko at 125. She's stepping in there with Jessica Andrade, which I went over this previously. Jessica Andrade was coming off a loss of Thug Rose Namajunas rematch. You know what I'm saying? They had a rematch because Jessica Andrade was the one who dumped Rose on the head and knocked her out to take her title in her defense. All right. Thug Rose had already defended her title against Joanna Jędrzejczyk. So a second defense was going in there against Jessica Andrade, who knocked her out. Jessica Andrade would go on in her first defense to face Wayne Jali. Wayne Jali stops Jessica Andrade. This is 115 pounds. She stops her via punches. She used the same skill set as Jessica with overpowering, imposing her will, and just dominating them. She did the same thing. She stopped her. So what did Jessica Andrade do? She resigns from 115 and moves up to 125. She defeats Caitlin Chudikin, 1 tune-up fight at 1 1/4. And now she's in title contention, and she's on this next card at 261. She would be the co-main event with Valentina Shevchenko and Jessica Andrade. And of course, the first championship fight that's going to be on the main card will be Rose Namajunas against Zhang Weili. Zhang Weili's never fought Rose Namajunas, but indeed they have defeated a common opponent in Jessica Andrade. So it is some business there. You know, we know Zhang Weili has the punching ability, the striking. I'm just curious to know if Rose is able to get in and take her down. You know, how can she handle Rose's jiu-jitsu game? Because she came up in the Ultimate Fighter season 20, subbing her opponents out. So her jiu-jitsu game is legit now. We don't know too much about Zhang Weili's jiu-jitsu game. Will it ever be tested? That's what we want to know. Will her jiu-jitsu game, will her ground game be tested? But shout out to Francis. Congrats to you, bro. You did it the right way. No controversy. Knockout. I appreciate you. Everybody who pulled up. You know, the WCS, man. You know, tune in. You know, keep on tuning in. I'm not saying this shit. Tune in if you want to hear, you know, content, man. Every now and then I might have a panel, but that's just not what I do. I do post videos of media, and I do have videos that's coming out this week on YouTube. You know, I've been editing in the process of doing these. So sometimes you see me off here, I'm editing videos, man, to put out on my channel. So much respect and love, man, for those who pulled up. It was a long fight day from the zone fight cards to the UFC. Oh my God, it's hard work, man. You know what I'm saying? So like I said before, if you're really fucking with the channel, you know, do what you got to do, man. If it involves, you know, donating to the channel, then, you know, let yourself be known. But until then, I'm about to bounce. Turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports, man. I'm out.